Okay, let's see. Oh, got my water bottle. Transition this. Transition. Should be good on that. Let me turn the mic, make sure that's right. You know, make sure the stream is up. Then we gotta turn the TV on. It's a process. It's definitely a process. I need to open up on this because I can't tell if people are in here or not yet. But new looks, guys. New looks. Let me see. Is this thing even live? How does one tell if this is live? It says the stream health is crap. It shows that it's working though. It shows that it's working. 0 people in here. Welcome to the stream, all of you guys who aren't here. Game doesn't start. I'm usually slow on these anyway, so I understand. They should be on any minute now. Need someone to be in here though to tell me if I'm doing it wrong. Bruins versus Panthers. Panthers sports schedule next stream. It should be good. Besides that, is it updated? There's still no one in here. That's strange. How do I... one person in. Okay, there we go. So someone's here. Say hi if you're here. Bruins are facing the Florida Panthers tonight in a divisional matchup. Don't believe we play Florida this year. Should be interesting to see how that one goes. Let me check. It says one person's watching, so apparently someone found out how to get in here. Change the live chat. Sunrise, Florida. This is wow. That stadium's empty. Wow, that stadium's dead empty. So let's see. It should show that I'm streaming right now. Does, but no one's watching. No one's here. No one ever shows up. I would shut the stream down. This intro for Nasson though is pretty solid. I will not lie. It is a pretty solid intro. Andy Brickley and Jack Edwards on the call as always for these Bruins games. I'm looking forward to seeing how Florida looks, to be honest. I'm also curious why the camera looks a lot better now than it did when I filmed my video earlier. That's insane. Like my camera looked like fuzzy on the video I made, but now it looks clear, so that's weird. Tweet this out. That way some of my followers maybe come in or not. Yeah, we haven't had the greatest of offensive potency in the last 2 games. I haven't been able to put the puck in the net much. That's going to have to change tonight. Definitely going to have to change tonight. Yeah, there's definitely pressure on the wingers. So that's tweet out. No one's in the live chat yet. Probably the second the game starts that people realize it. So this is one person watching though, so hello to my one viewer. Surprised, usually there's a few people in here by now. Must just be an off Tuesday. Whatever, people will start to trickle in eventually. Otherwise I'll just sit here talking to myself. Yeah, that seems empty though. That's a shame. That is really a shame. Florida hasn't had the best start to their season either. No, Hoffman's had a good year so far, making Ottawa look stupid for that trade. Still to this day. Yeah, showing all of our babillion shots on Detroit. All the shots that didn't go in. Detroit would just take a shot, hit something, then it would go in somehow. Should make sure it's not saying Detroit because that'll throw people off too. Yeah, they did fine against Detroit. The Islanders game though, they didn't get much going at all. 0 people watching now, so wow, really no one. The second the game starts, people start shuffling a little. Let me look at the lineups. Let me look at the lineups. Boston's probably released theirs. Here we go. Cave, Marchand, Pasta, nothing changed there. DeBrus, Donato, and Krejci, so that's nice. Nordstrom, Heinen, Achari, Wagner, Corrali, Backus on the back end, Grizzly, Carlo, Krug, Moore, Lozon, Clifton. I need to take a screenshot of this and compare it to last game. I need to do that. Should be fairly easy. Or not, because this Twitter thing won't scroll fast at all, which is annoying. I'm trying to compare the lineup from this night to the last game, because usually I miss a change. I don't want to miss one. I want to make sure, okay, and yeah, so I have to go through all of the Detroit posts too. That's annoying. Let me screenshot that. Now I can go to my pictures. Say hi if you're in the chat, even if, like, you know, you don't usually say hi. Say hi. Let me know you're actually here. So let's see. You got Cave, Pastrnak, Marchand, which is the same. Krejci, Heinen, DeBrus. Where's Heinen? Heinen even there? Heinen was on the second line last game, so now he's on the third, and Donato moved up. That's how it is. Was Donato on the... Donato was on the fourth line. No, the fourth line started. Donato was on the third. Moved to the second. So Heinen and Donato switch. Nordstrom and Achari say Wagner, Corrali, Backus. Wagner, Corrali, Backus. The only change to the lineup is Heinen swaps with Donato. Donato's now on the second line. Heinen's on the third line. We're about to get into the anthem here. Grizzly, Carlo. Okay. So now Moore and Grizzly have swapped. Grizzly plays with Carlo tonight. He played with Moore in the last game. Cruz playing with Moore. Grizzly played with Moore last game. And then Lozon and Clifton. Lozon and Clifton, that's the same. Alright, so 2 games. There are 2 dedications here to George H.W. Bush. This must be their first home game since. Do they do this weekend in the NFL? Come on, let's get the game going. I want the game to get going. I'm looking forward to this one, to see how Florida looks. So I want to see how their forwards look, the dynamic there, all that. What was that? For all I know, is this stream watchable? This is strange. No one's even come in and said hi. On the right account.
We are pleased to welcome a very special guest in our hero account. Tonight we honor U.S. Army Vietnam.
Yeah, so yeah.
George Thompson. On behalf of for your service and dedication to our country.
Let me move the microphone. Stupid habit that far away.
To perform the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome Colonel Gary Culver from the Broward Sheriff's Office.
What is that? Ooh, the saxophone. I like that actually. That's a nice touch. Saxophone is heavily underutilized in everything. I think I can just see myself. Saxophone. Yeah, okay. So everything seems good. It's just no one's here. It's actually a very good addition to the anthem. It's a lot better having the saxophone than just someone just singing, in my opinion. It just sounds better. Can't see what they're showing up there. It's some banner. I know it's not Stanley Cup because it's Florida. Where? They're drawing 12,000 fans? Where? There, what? No, there's not 12,000 people there. That's stretching it. That's very much not how many people are there. That's generous. They do not draw 12K. That's a lie and a half if I've ever heard one. Halak with the start, so Rask doesn't get the start. That's kind of surprising. Gone with the Rask in back-to-back games. They bring in Halak. Can't hate it, I guess, but you know. Thought they were gonna go with Rask again. Luongo versus Boston. Who liked this? Obviously, it's no one watching. She follow? She does. Keith Yandel, 741st career. Wait, consecutive? That's an insane streak. That's a lot of games playing around. From Massachusetts, too, so he's local. Very local, actually. They had posters of him at the ring, at one of the rinks I played at growing up, actually. Very local. I wanted him to come to Boston when he was leaving the Coyotes the first time. But I think he went to the Rangers, and he wore like 93, which seemed kind of off, to be honest. Alright, so the game has started, and no one in Florida is there to see it. Huberdeau throws it around there. Carlo on the ice. I'm very interested to see if Carlo gets more minutes tonight. Because he only got like 18 last game, and Carlo is a guy who should log like 25 for this team with these type of injuries. You know, they had a segment of like Keith Yandel mic'd up, and it's so easy to hear him because there's no fans in Florida. Donato on the second line. Should be interesting to see how that plays out tonight. He has such a baby face. Like, you can tell he's young. Not like as young as the Kotkaniemi kid from the Canadians. Like, he doesn't look that young. But you can tell he's straight out of college. And he didn't finish college either. He left early. Or did he finish? He might have finished college. I should, don't quote me on that one. Panthers have apparently been in the league for 25 years. Not realize that franchise is older than me. Must be nice to be a hockey player in Florida because you get no pressure from the media. You just play, like, making millions to just play without any criticism. He was 6'6". I mean, he's 6'6". That's tall. That is very tall. I knew he played at the University of Minnesota. I didn't realize he was that tall, though. I knew he was big. But 6'6" is massive. It is 3 inches shorter than Chara, but like Chara is a different level of tall. People who watch the NBA don't realize like how tall 6'6" actually is. Florida always pulls out these random depth players that you've never heard of. Like who's Kiselvich? Played with Moscow in the KHL. He's a defenseman, 72 points in 185 games. That's not bad for defense. But it's a completely different game there in Russia because of the ice surface and how much wider it is. You know, the Clifton-Lozon pair hasn't been too bad, to be honest, considering how young they are and inexperienced they are. Good shift right now. Hey, Cam. It's nice to see someone finally put something in the chat. I've been here for like 10 to 12 minutes and 0 people are coming in. Usually like a few people come right away. So it's kind of strange. So I'm glad to see there's some life. I was thinking for a minute the stream might be broken because no one had commented. But it's nice to see you. I hope you're having a good night. I hope you're enjoying the Bruins game. If you have any questions or anything you want to talk about, hit me up. I'm willing to talk about anything hockey. You see Seattle got a team? I thought it was official, but apparently Seattle having a team wasn't really official yet. Florida. Yeah, Florida has a great top 6. They are not one to play around with. You should definitely not put them on the power play. Wow, doorstep opportunity there for Pasternak. Luongo holds the side though. So I've seen Carlo out there, and they've shown him zoomed in on him twice already, which means he's probably in for a decent amount of ice time tonight. It's a good sign. Carlo on the ice is good for the club. Hoffman shoots it high, but Halak makes a nice save on it. Can't believe how cheap they got Mike Hoffman for. That's like a very prolific scoring of a. He's a prolific scorer for a winger, and he's proved that so far in Florida. And I can't believe Ottawa gave him up for that little, and then San Jose embarrassed them by trading them back to the East for more than what they got on the same day. That's just insane. Bad asset managing by Melnick, but what else is new? Last 4 seasons for Mike Hoffman, 20-plus goals. So, yeah, he can put the puck in the net. Averages 26 goals. I'm kind of repeating what they're saying, but it's relevant, so definitely is relevant. No, I wonder if Florida will ever consistently get fans. Like, this is just terrible, and it's every year. People talk about the Coyotes as being a blemish when you look around the leagues like this. Florida's worse, to be honest. Really is. But their franchise doesn't lose money because business-wise they're not run by idiots. So somehow they turn like less of a. I'm wondering, do the Panthers profit off this team? They must, because we'd hear about it if they didn't. That's just insane, though. Oh. Oh, that's not the laptop with the camera. It doesn't matter that I hit it. Frank Vetrano, the former Bruin. Well, I mean, I like Lozon too. He's been serviceable. Enjoy him while you see him, though, because once we get healthy, you're probably not going to see much. Well, I say once we get. If we stay healthy, you're not going to see a whole lot of him, to be honest. Which, I mean, like, that's good asset-wise, though. Because you could trade him, or you can trade someone on your team to get the scoring that the Bruins probably need. Because I don't know where you sit. I've never seen you in the chat before, so you're new to me. But I'm very much on the we need to trade for a scoring winger. I'm not saying like anyone elite like a Panarin. Wow, point blank chance there for 91. I don't know who that is on Florida. Is that Borgstrom? No, it's not Borgstrom. It's not Borgstrom. No, they're not showing me the back of his jersey. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, Lauzon's good though. Lauzon, Clifton. The fact that they've been solid NHL players is good because they're young and you can use them as assets to trade, or you can keep them and trade your current defenseman who can get you more for a forward. But that's how I look at it. But either way, I mean, nothing wrong with depth defensemen because injuries happen, as you can tell. So, yeah. You look up who 91 is. I don't know it off the top of my head. Is it Brouwer? Or is he on the ice right now? They just said his name. Because I would not know Brouwer's number because I've never seen him play for Florida. I've seen him play for St. Louis and other places. I'm pretty sure he played somewhere else. Maybe Calgary. Backus with a shot, but, you know, Backus isn't much of a sniper. So it does not go in. All right, well, let me look. It's going to bother me. Florida. Roster 91 is 90's Jared McCann. 91 is Juho Laminko. Third round pick in 2014, pick 65, and he's played 24 games this year, 5 assists, and nothing else on him. I'm not the Wikipedia him. Sound like we just hit the post. Behind the net. Yeah, I think Bergey's got 3.5 weeks or so until he's reevaluated. It's a real pain that he has to miss that much time because he opens so much space up for like Pastrnak and Marchand. It's really underrated what he brings to the table. And if you don't watch the Bruins consistently, like a lot of away fans don't realize how much of an impact he really has on like our star forwards who aren't him. Juho Laminko. Okay, so we're learning tonight who this man is. A little sloppy play in front of our own net. He's from Finland. He's 22. Where's he from though? Where did he play? Played in the OHL for Kingston. About a point per game. Then he played in an AHL for Springfield, which is weird because Springfield's AHL team isn't that far from me in Massachusetts, to be honest. You'd be surprised. It's way closer than you'd think. I mean, how are they supposed to call someone up on an emergency if they're like a 3 hour flight away? I think that's how long the flight is to Florida. I've made it a few times, but it's been a while. Like, you can't just call someone up and they drive up in like 45 minutes from Providence like we do. He's got to go to the airport. He's got to get on a plane. He's got to fly down. He's got to get his bags at the airport. His hockey bag probably has to travel. You're calling a DeBrusk goal? I'd like it. I like the odds of it, too. I mean, he's due. He hasn't scored in a few games now. He's definitely got the capability. I like that call. Can I ask you something, though? How do you get the name chair sit? Like, I know in chairs you sit. Looks like your picture is a picture of a Bruin. I can't see it. The picture's very small on my screen, but sorry if it got loud there. I just zoomed in. Leaned into the mic. Yeah, but who's the Bruins player in your picture? Okay. So we just learned about Juho Laminko. Is there anyone else playing for Florida tonight who doesn't ring a bell? Because most of their core players are still around. Yandel Brouwer. What number is Brouwer? 22. Haley. I never pronounce Colton Sevier. Never pronounce his name right, ever. Dadanov, Hoffman, Bukestad, Pissick. Mark Pissick. Petrovic. Huberdeau, Matheson, Barkov, Uyghur, Ekblad, McCann, Laminko, Toronto, Malgin, Hunt, and Kiselvich. Kiselvich is the other guy I saw who I didn't realize. So I'm going to type that one in and look him up too. So let's see. Kissel. It's not Kessel, it's Kiselvich. Oh my god, I butchered that. 3 Bruins fans in here? I know. It's like a ton. You don't have any of those Canadians either, like King or Jeff King or Cal McCabe. We don't have the Virginia guy either, Joseph. Joseph isn't here either. Is it Kiselvich? I'm spelling this guy's name so wrong. So wrong. Hey Pat, how was the game on Sunday? Dude, the game on Sunday was awesome. And I can show you the ticket actually. Got it right behind me. I should have it. Yeah, here it is. I got it in my New England Revolution Cup. Yep, here it is. Is this from this year? Yeah, I got 2 of the stubs of the games I went to, actually. You can see where I sit, too. I'm holding it the wrong way, but you got the Vikings game. Hopefully you can see that. That's my ticket from the game. So, it's proof that I went. Got Stephon Gilmore on it. And we sat... Actually, these are different sections because I got the Dolphins ticket. One of my friend's 21st birthday to the game. That was a lot of fun. Sadly, I wasn't 21 though, so I could not partake because America and our laws and all that. But you know, either way, both games are fun. But one thing that happened, Lucas, that I didn't want to put in the comments section under one of my videos is that in the third quarter there was this woman in front of us, like row in front of us, 6 seats down, and she was very intoxicated, and then she just threw up on the rows right in front of us. The people in front of her went home because they were covered. It was disgusting, and I had to smell that for the whole entire third quarter of that game. They eventually cleaned it up though, which is a process, more of a process than you think, and it's never a fun time to be near someone who does that. And it was very annoying that for a quarter of the game, that's all I could smell. And I'd like to leave it there though. But besides that, typical Patriots experience, awesome. It's always awesome to go to Gillette and see the Patriots play football. Never a bad experience, even when you have things like that. Now, if I had gotten hit by the throw up, I might have had a problem. I'd be looking for a refund. I'll tell you that much. You guys ever have any bad experience at sporting events, like that just made it unenjoyable? Because that ruined, like, I couldn't focus on the game because of that. I hate to talk about it because, you know, some people don't like talking about throw up and all that. So I'd like to leave it there. But any bad experiences you guys ever had? Even if it's like a high school game, college game, I don't know, AAU game in basketball, anything. Vancouver Riots 2011, I was there. That's got to be scary, actually. Especially if you're a Bruins fan. I'd be kind of nervous, to be honest. Because if you're wearing the black and gold in a riot because the black and gold won, you might get targeted. Now, I think you might want to put that jersey in the closet for a few weeks. Unless you're a big dude who can hold your own in a fight. then you wear it. Me, personally, I'm 5'7". I'm not the biggest physical specimen. So I might keep it in my closet. I might wear it the day after. But, you know, if they're causing riots, man, I don't want none of that. I might move, to be honest. Away fans in Stockton sitting right behind us. What did they do? The Stockton Heat? That's what they are, right? Or is that the Stockton Rain? Oh, that's Heat. It's definitely Heat. It's definitely Heat. With the Sedin jerseys. I believe it. I believe it. Plus, you live there, so you probably had to deal with them because they really thought Vancouver was winning that year. They were convinced they were going to beat us, from what I've heard. No, I was walking through. Yeah, I read that one. Bruins in the top wildcard spot right now. Hopefully, once everyone comes back from injury, hopefully we'll get the swing of things. Hopefully, by that point, the Sabres, Leafs, and Lightning aren't too far ahead of us. Because I don't know about you guys, but the last 2 games I've watched, I haven't been that happy overall with the performance of the Bruins. Yeah, we beat the Islanders in a shootout. We should have beat the Red Wings. So, you know, 2 games we should have won, and we played better than the other team. But you got to put the puck in the net. That's an issue. We haven't been doing enough of that lately. You got 1 goal. You got 3 goals in regulation in the last 2 games, so that's not good enough. But hopefully we can turn that around tonight. So far through the first half of the first period, though, not too many good opportunities yet. But, you know, it feels like Florida's been controlling the game so far. They've had some better opportunities. How's the clock doing? Yeah, it's updating. Okay, good. Good. I didn't have to adjust it. Yahoo Sports. That's the best scoreboard, in my opinion. It's not like NHL where the ads pop up. Even though there is an ad to the right. I'm only here briefly. Hey, it's all good, Jeff. Stay a long time or stay a short time. You know, pop in either way, though. Tuga has a bad record against Detroit his whole career. Detroit just, you know, we killed them 8-2 in the first game. Then we lost to them, and then we lost to them again. We lost in the overtime in the second game. Andreas Athanasiou scored in that one. And then 2 nights ago, I think it was 2 nights, yeah. Sunday? No, it was Saturday. It was definitely Saturday. Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday. We outshot them like 40-27 or something like that. We definitely should have won that game. Oh, not that I was at a Nevada football game against Hawaii, and the Hawaii fans are screaming. Yeah, that's gotta be annoying. Hawaiian fans travel that far to see their football team? That's kind of surprising. It's kind of surprising. That's a long flight. In Nevada, of all places, to go for an away game. You'd think they go to like one of the California ones. I remember a Revolution game at Gillette Stadium I went to. One of the players on Chicago was from Hungary, and the section near where I was sitting was just full of people in Hungarian jackets. And I didn't realize that Massachusetts either had a Hungarian population I was unaware of, or I think they knew him somehow. And I think New England was the closest place for Hungarians to travel to because we're on the East Coast. So I think they came here. But I don't know, that's a one Boston. Oh, actually, the Patriots play there too. But the Patriots and Revolution aren't really located in the city. So if you come here, you're not really like seeing what's advertised for like Boston sports and all that. It's in the middle of a random town, and it's a nice town, but it's just like a random town in Massachusetts. That's where the Patriots and Revs are. So weird. Yeah, and to see all the Hungarian people in Foxborough was kind of weird. Seattle expansion team has been confirmed. What are your thoughts on it? I think it's good. I think it's a good thing that Seattle gets a team. It's a market that will and can support a hockey team. I think that they need to come up with a name that doesn't suck, because I've seen some really bad ones. Like, if you name your team... I mean, Kraken's fun. But, I mean, it's just so weird in my opinion. I mean, it's not as bad as, like, for instance, the Denver basketball teams, the Nuggets. The Green Bay Packers is a terrible. It's not bad like that. It's just kind of goofy in my opinion. I think they should go with the Seattle Steelheads. It's a state fish of Washington, and it's not the best name, but I mean, I just think it's a little better than. Actually, no, go Kraken. I'm going 180 here. Go Kraken. I want a mythological creature just like that they all skate through every game. I want, like, release the Kraken to be, like, beckoning out of their speakers. Yeah, give me that, actually. That sounds more fun. Nah, Steelheads isn't fun. That just makes sense. I want fun. I want the Kraken. I just changed my mind on the spot. If you go with the Emeralds, I'm gonna... That's just a wimpy name, in my opinion. Emeralds. It's a color. What? Who wants to be named after a color? I would just... Nah, that's not... That's a bad name. What are the other ones? I haven't seen a lot of other ones, actually. I thought they announced the team 2 months ago, to be honest. They announced it today, and I was like, oh, cool, paperwork was done. But apparently it was the official. In the ECHL, there's the Idaho Steelheads. I did know that, and I thought they should have stolen it. But they should have stole it. But I don't know if that'd be an issue with people in Idaho. That is pretty close geographically, too. So maybe that would be an issue. But if you're going for a name that makes sense, I think Steelheads makes sense. If you're going for a fun name, you go with Kraken. What NHL team really has a fun name, though? I guess the Avalanche is a fun random name. I guess that. I guess that's a fun name. The Panthers aren't fun. Lightning, I guess it's a natural disaster, like an avalanche, actually. And lightning's kind of like a storm. I know some like NHL YouTuber. I don't watch him, but I've just seen posts about the Storm Bears. I think it's like X-Tech. It's like his franchise mode or something. I know about it. I've never actually watched it though. Metropolitans was a good idea. That's not bad. It's not a bad name. I mean, it would be weird to have a team with the same name as one of your 4 divisions though. The Metropolitan Division, and then you got the Metropolitans in another division. I don't know. That might just shun that idea immediately. But it's not a terrible team name. But I think the division being named the Metropolitan Division might actually factor into that not happening. It's weird, but you know, it's something I thought about when I heard that name first. What other cities do you guys think should have an expansion team? Damon, I know you're gonna say Reno. But besides your home area of Reno. What other cities? Because I see a lot of people yelling for Arizona to be moved to Houston. Which I wouldn't be against. I feel bad for the people of Arizona, though. But not a lot of them care about hockey. But I know the ones that do care and went to like the city council, like talk to the people who run the city that they should buy the team and all that. But it obviously is never going to work out there. It's always going to be a shit show. And sorry to swear. They're just preventing the inevitable, in my opinion, there. That team is going to have to move because you're constantly losing money. There's markets that can do better. Kansas City's another one that I think should. I was literally about to say Reno when you said that. Yeah, I know. You tweeted it, and so I was like, well, I think you responded to my tweet. So I was like, yeah. I knew he was going to go there. Bring back the Whalers. I don't think Hartford's the best city for a team, but that would be really cool to bring the back cam. I have a friend who's from Hartford. He played soccer at the college that I went to last year. He's a big fan of Hartford FC, the soccer team there and all that. And, yeah, I'm not sure how well they would support the Whale, to be honest. I mean, I know back in the day they did alright, but there's a reason they were moved. Yeah, I think Houston, Kansas City. It would probably have to be a Western team too, though, to be honest. Houston, Kansas City, Quebec City, Hamilton. I don't think they're going to put another team that close to the Leafs, though. I don't think it makes sense to put a team that close to the Leafs. I don't think New York should have 2 teams. I would like to see the Islanders move, but New York's got to have 2 teams, and the NHL isn't changing that anytime soon. Milwaukee. It's not a bad one, actually. It's actually a decent suggestion, Jeff. Wisconsin, in general, would support a hockey team. I know they support their college team well. So, actually, Milwaukee's not bad. Or just Wisconsin, Madison, Milwaukee. Yeah, Milwaukee makes the most sense. Yeah, I agree with that. Milwaukee's a good example. Yeah, that would be a built-in rivalry with Chicago, Minnesota. Yeah, you'd have some tense battles there, just geographically. So, actually, I actually very much like that suggestion, Jeff, actually. But I don't think that's likely to happen. They would need an ownership group, but then again, I didn't ask what should happen. I asked what you want or what you think should be, and that's definitely a good suggestion. Do you think there should be another Canadian team, Jeff? Because you got a French team for Montreal, you got an Ontario team for Ontario. You got 2 teams in Alberta. You got 1 in Manitoba. Then you got 1 in British Columbia. Do you think there is a need for another Canadian NHL team? Or do you think it's just people seeing how good Canadian NHL teams do for fanfare, attendance, and it's just a lot of people saying, well, if they can support all of them, they can support another. 2 Ontario teams? Okay. Oh, Ottawa. Oh my god. Dude, I do that all the time. They're just not, I mean, yeah. Regina team for Saskatchewan. What's the population of Regina? I would really be interested in that one. Because don't they have their junior team is the Regina Pats, so they have a very good name. Carson City, the capital of Nevada, dude. You just the fact I remember that's the capital of Nevada. Quebec maybe. Do people in Quebec City not support the Montreal Canadiens at this point? Is that still like a thing? Because I'm younger. Like, I can't remember a time when Quebec existed. Like, well, I know, not Quebec. Quebec City Nordiques. Do they, like, not cheer for Montreal because of that old rivalry? Quebec and Regina are very small cities. Yeah. That's why they're not going to get NHL teams. Regina. Saskatchewan. When I hear Saskatchewan, I just don't think can support an NHL team. It just doesn't come to my mind. I know they would like an NHL team, and the people who live specifically in that city would support it, but to be able to fill up an NHL stadium for 41 games. Yeah, if I was the Leafs owner and I heard you're trying to put another team in Ontario, I would absolutely say no. Also, would anyone cheer for that team, to be honest? Look at how, like, dominant the Leafs are. I mean, I guess some of the Leaf haters who live there who cheer for other teams might convert. But I'm not sure you're getting a lot of people leaving the Leafs to cheer for another Ontario team near Toronto. Nordique fans hated Habs fans. They even had fights, I remember. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I was asking. I knew that. Sacramento could be a minor league team. Sacramento might actually get a pro MLS team for soccer. They're really good at supporting that team, actually. They're one of the better minor league soccer teams that get supported well. So I don't know. I think they could definitely support a minor team. I'm kind of surprised they don't have one, to be honest. They can support an NBA team. They can probably support an AHL team easily, I'd say. Leafs haters in the area, but you're right. Leafs area generally. Houston sounds good. Yeah, Houston, Kansas City, and Milwaukee are the best things I've heard, and there's gonna be a penalty in this game. But yeah, those three come to mind right away. Quebec City, just because people talk about it all the time. The one thing I don't like is that the Rangers, Islanders, and Devils all play like right next to each other, and it feels like too many hockey teams in that one metropolitan area. It feels like you don't really need the Islanders, to be honest. You don't really need the Coyotes. You don't need the Florida Panthers. So I'd say move all three of them. Because they are, I can't think of any teams that have bigger blemishes. Carolina kind of does, but when Carolina's decent, they support well. I think they're just slightly better than the other ones. Houston, KC, Milwaukee, yeah. Yeah, if I had to move three teams, I'd say Coyotes, Panthers, Islanders. They'll never move the Islanders, though. The other two, the Panthers and Coyotes, I could very well see them being moved. But I think you're more likely to see expansion before move, and I don't like that because I don't want the NHL getting bigger. Because that just means you have longer playoff droughts, longer cup droughts, and it's good when people win. Like, that just makes it harder for everyone to win. Dallas versus Houston would be great. Oh yeah, that would be two teams in Texas. Texas's junior hockey programs are actually very good, and it's surprising how good they are. You'd be surprised how many good, like, junior teams are there. And I'm not saying, like, junior teams, like, Canadian junior teams good, but, like, just, it's so much better than, like, most places in America. Not as good as, like, the Northeast where I'm from, but it's getting better. Instead of KC, move one of them to Halifax. Halifax. I'd have to look up the population of there and see if that could happen too. But it sounds like it would work. I know Brad Marchand, I believe, played for the Mooseheads, so probably have a decent amount of NHL players who'd want to play in Halifax for that team. So maybe free agents would be possible to get. Probably say instead of KC, yeah, I just read that. Panthers Torino, dude. That's a pipe dream. Patriots game was great. They beat the Vikings. They let the Vikings hang around for a while, but eventually they pulled away, and it was a typical Patriots victory. Patriots have a thing of letting lesser teams hang around, and then they'll squash them when their hopes are up. They create hope and they destroy it. That's what the Patriots did. A woman in my area threw up and it smelled for the whole third quarter, but after they cleaned that up, that was the only blemish on my night. It was good. And also, we parked in a parking lot we thought was free, and we were told by my friend's dad, who gave us the pass, that it was free parking. We get there after the game, and they won't let us go because it's free if you stay 75 minutes after the game. So the game got over around 8, and we weren't allowed to leave till like 9. Though the game got over, it got over probably like 7:30. We weren't allowed to leave till like 9 to get the free parking, so that was kind of annoying. But we did it. We hung out in the parking lot, tailgated, and had a good time. It was very nice weather though. It was 55 degrees out, Fahrenheit, not Celsius for any of you in Canada. And that's very good weather for December. That's the warmest game I've ever been to in December. And I go to games frequently. Go to like 2 or 3 a year. Usually one of them's in the cold because my dad gets a few tickets a year and my mom hates the cold, so I usually suffer and go to the cold games. But overall, Jeff, it was a great experience. Florida's actually getting a lot of opportunities on the power play. Yandel's such a good point man on the power play. Low shot. They're controlling it. I'm going to get to the comments in a sec, guys. There is a game on, though, that I am live streaming for. I sometimes go off and forget to even, like, pay attention. I've been watching the whole time. It's just I've been, like, focused more on what I'm going to say. They're looking for seeing eye shots here through bodies. They're trying to make sure Halak can't see it. Oh, that's a good cross-zone pass. Huberto to the slot, and you got to get that out. You got to get that out. Oh, it's cleared. I can look down now. Halifax is very small and likely not much of a draw. Yeah. Like, in theory, all these places, like, love hockey, which is why, like, you're like, let's put a team there. But then when you look at the logistics, the population, how they could actually support a team, sadly isn't that great. So Florida is about to come off the power play. Clifton takes a shot from the point, deflects wide, out of play. Crosby lived in Halifax, too, and little tidbit here, close to Marchand. Yeah, McKinnon, Druin both played in, Nathan McKinnon and Jonathan Druin both played in Halifax too for the Mooseheads. So they would definitely have players who'd want to play there, I would think. It's like 20 degrees here. Currently snowing. I like snow. I hate shoveling. I like snow though. Mixed bag for me. I like skiing. I like the look of snow. I hate the heaviness and shoveling of snow. If it cleared itself, it would be perfect. What D pair is on the PK? Clifton and Lozon were out there at the end, but it was they had Carlo and Krug, I believe, at the beginning, and Carlo and Moore. I don't think Krug and Grizzlick were out there, to be honest. I could have been wrong though. This feels like a preseason game crowd, honestly. My friend texted me, this is an ugly PK. It was an ugly PK. Honestly was. Sometimes when I do these streams, I don't check my phone for a while. Krug and Clifton, what it looks like. Alright, so Krug was out there. Okay, so it wasn't Lozon. My bad. I was more taken in the power play and looking at the Florida Panthers just lay shot after shot and keeping the puck in the zone. I didn't look at the names on the back of the jerseys there. I was just kind of like, damn, that's a lot of shots. I have to scoot back soon. Hey, Jeff, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta go somewhere. You gotta go to bed. You gotta wake up tomorrow. You know, I completely understand. Whatever you gotta do, you know. It's nice to have it for a minute. Oh, good pass in front by Bosta. Nothing found there. Boston's not on the power play. Sorry for not announcing that. Oh, Cam, were you asking about the power play or the PK? Because, oh, Krug blew a tire. And Bukestad got a breakaway, but Halak makes a save. Somehow Krug fell there. He lost the edge, went to the boards, and Bukestad got a one-on-one. But not the most skilled player, and Halak gets a save there. Yeah, the Bruins have looked rough early on. Yeah, he like falls into the boards, and he's slow to get up too, which is concerning. Good back check there by oh, I didn't see the jersey. Oh, so you got Bukestad coming in, the big 6'6" man, and it's David Krejci on the back check. It looks like there, making that stop. There was an A on the jersey and there was a 4, so maybe it's David Backus, but I think it might have been David Krejci. Bruins need to get a depth score from someone. Man, preach to the choir, man. I've been saying that for a while. I really strongly agree with that. Strongly agree with that. It's annoying how, like, they refuse to, like, they traded for a rental last year in Rick Nash, but they're not they're not looking for a long-term solution because they think they have it internally. I don't think that they have a proper top 6 forward right now. And I think you want to try to win right now. I understand Donato could be that in the future. Bjork could be that in the future. But I feel like you're just trying to make something fit that just doesn't fit yet. So, I mean, last year we should have got a player who would be around for 2-3 years. This year it makes more sense for a rental, but they need something. Who needs depth scoring when you have David Backes? And my man Cal has finally showed up. I knew that was coming. Hey, he scored last game. And did you, Cal, if you haven't seen that goal, he, with 4 seconds left in the period, not even facing the net, about like where the Geico sign is on the board, he throws it out there, and then the defenseman on Detroit just bats it out of midair, but he puts it in his own net. So really, David Backes didn't put it in the net, but just him having the presence on the puck to throw it at the net, you know. Yeah. Backes is he's the perfect. I don't think you have a better $6 million fourth liner in the league, Cal. I will give you that. There's no one being paid $6 million to do what he does. You got me there, Cal. No one's paying him. No one's paying Tim Schaller $6 million to do that fourth line stuff. He's just not as good as it. It's not worth the $6 million that David Backes is getting for those probably 7 goals this year that I'll probably end up with. Any ideas of who the Bruins should trade for in the comments? Wow, Dale Arnold just said it looks like UMass puts as many people in the arena as Florida. UMass is actually the #1 team in the country right now. First time in program history. That's amazing. They have some good players there. Matthews. Bjork is on the trading block. I'm not sure Bjork is on the trading block. Well, he might be. I think everyone's on the trading block if you're not Marchand, Pasta, McAvoy, Bergeron. Those are the only players in Zdeno, but no one. I don't think anyone's trading for Zdeno. I don't think anyone would even attempt to offer. I think they get laughed at, like, oh, you want the guy on the $1 million contract? I mean, a $5 million contract for 1 year. If we traded Zdeno to anyone, he'd probably retire on the spot. Well, maybe not. I don't know about that, but it wouldn't shock me if he did. 0-0 game after 1. The Panthers look like the better team in my opinion. And yeah, that's about all I can say. The Panthers had that dominant power play. Yeah, they felt like they had the better chances. The Bruins didn't have a lot going for them. And this looks like a trend of the last 2 games where the Bruins just can't get anything too good to going for them. That's not good. Yeah, Luongo, a whole 6 saves that period. Way to test him, guys. Other side of that is Halak has 13, so Halak almost doubled his saves. Justin Williams, maybe. I mean, I feel like if you got that top 6 forward and then you wanted a third liner to fill out a Stanley Cup roster, Justin Williams might not be a bad look, but I don't think he addresses the issue enough. I don't think he's that piece that puts you over the edge. If the Bruins traded for him and didn't have to give up a lot, I would like that. But right now, I think he's the captain of Carolina. He won a cup with Carolina in 2006, I want to say that year. I believe they won in 2006. I think he's a Hurricane for the rest of his career. I think he's going to retire there. So I don't think that's likely. But I like the suggestions. I like how you guys are coming up with names for me to think of. But I'm looking for better than Justin Williams, but not as good as Artemi Panarin. Like, I'm looking for in between that. I tried to look up the Bruins Red Wings highlights, but I accidentally clicked on fight highlights because it was 5 minutes long and had over 200,000 views. It's like that sometimes. When you type in David Backes highlights, you're most likely not finding a goal, so you might as well find fights because he's better at those. But yeah, it was a pretty sloppy game. Donato scored in that one. He got a goal. He got a snipe. You got Bertuzzi got a tip in. It wasn't even a tip though. It hit him in like the back or something. It's a shot from Mike Green at the point. Hit Rasmussen, then hit Bertuzzi, so he got the goal. That's what tied it 1-1 in the second. Then you had the brawl, Cal. The brawl where Tyler Bertuzzi started it, but somehow didn't get a penalty. Beyond me. Someone else on the Wings got a penalty. NHL.com didn't list it, though. They messed that up. So then after that on the power play, Dylan Larkin gets a trash goal in front of the net. He's there. They crowd down low. Puck gets in there. Detroit guy gets it, puts it in the net. So then they go up 2-1. Bruins score next. Yeah, the Bruins scored next. Ryan Donato got it from Pastrnak. He got it right at the top of the slot and sniped. So yeah, Donato getting on the score sheet was nice. Then you had another tip in by Franz Nielsen. So really, you got 2 tip ins, an empty netter, and then a scrummy power play goal. Williams is a good thought. Yeah, Williams is a good thought, but I want more. I want better, personally. I mean, if you could get Panarin as a rental and not have to give up a lot for him, but I think you'd have to give up more for Panarin than a rental is worth, because even though he'd be a significant improvement, I think I'm not sure if the risk is worth what you'd have to give up for it. Because he's walking after that. I'm almost positive. I don't think he would stay here. I want someone with term. Like, I don't know, Mark Stone from Ottawa comes to mind for me. That one. Zuccarello comes to mind from New York. I don't know what these players' contracts are that I'm spitting out, though. There's another one that I was thinking of. Cam Atkinson from Columbus. Kyle Palmieri from New Jersey. I'm just thinking of mid-range wingers right now who can score but aren't going to, like, cost you, like, a whole lot. Zucker from Minnesota comes to mind. As much as I'd like to see Sagan in Boston, I think you're dreaming. I don't think that's ever happening. I don't think he wants to come back. I hope he does, but high and tight, yeah, it would be Sagan's. Didn't he just sign a big new contract? Might be able to get Stone cheap. Okay, so that's a good one to throw out there. Mark Stone's a good player too. Hoffman ? I don't think they trade him to us. I think Florida believes they can turn this season around. Now, come trade deadline, if they don't think they can, they might trade him here, and I'd be more than willing to do that. The last time we traded with Florida to get a top 6 winger, we won the Stanley Cup. Nathan Horton. Traded for him in 2011, got him, and then we won a cup. He actually was on the 2013 team, and he actually did very good in that playoffs too. And then his injuries happened right after. Backus literally has the force, because that's the only way I can explain that fuck move like that into the Red Wings goal. Yeah, he forced Chalowski's stick. He used the force like in Star Wars. Guided Chalowski's stick to hit in his own net, too. He did that as well. So, you know. David Backus. That's why you want him on your 4th line for $6 million. You pay $2 million for the actual play on the ice. You pay the other $4 million for the wizard sorcery he brings off and on the ice. That's what people don't see. That doesn't show up on the stat sheet, Cal. That's why people are confused. He's an enigma, and we're all just wondering how and why. And yeah. People do, like, you look at David Backus' salary, and I think you really, like, I don't know, in the last stream or 2 streams ago, we were talking about a player who gets judged because of money more than how he plays, and I can't remember who it is. Like, you look at the number, and it's Pastrnak, and Pastrnak should make more than what he makes, and I don't remember who it was. I can heavily agree, Cam. I can too. Backus is an ugly contract. It really is. Good banger, though. He is. And in the playoffs, I love having David Backus on the team. When I look at cap friendly, I look at our salary cap, I'm like, could use some of that money to find a guy who can actually score more, even though he has sorcery, Cal. Did I see Belichick versus Thielen at the Pats game? I was at the game, so I didn't see it live, obviously, because I don't have that good a vision. But I was sent it via text message from my friend Joey, and I did see it, and I was surprised because Bill Belichick, he doesn't really like talk to players like that, especially the one white receiver he didn't like put on his team. I saw that on Twitter, and I just stole it there. Thielen's such a good receiver, too. He really is. But that was really funny to see him do that. Because you don't really think of Bill Belichick as someone who swears at other teams. You look at him as like a quiet, menacing, like, Star Wars reference here. Is it Palpatine? Is that what the guy's name is? The old dude? It's been a while. I think it's Palpatine or whatever. Admiral, Senator? Senator? That sounds right. It's been a while since I've seen Star Wars. I haven't even seen the new one. What is it? A Solo story or whatever? I wanted to see that. I never ended up seeing it. Emperor Palpatine. Thank you. I couldn't remember that for my life. The Golden Children can't do that for sure. I honestly don't know what you're talking about, Cal. I don't know if I said something, but I missed something there. I don't know what you're referring to. I don't know if I talked so much I forgot something I said, or I don't know what the Golden Children are. Or are you talking about like the Bruins young players? You're gonna have to go further in depth there. I definitely talked about the Nylander contract last stream, I think. Yeah, I did. Well, I think the Nylander contract's fine, to be honest. I think it's a decent contract for the team and the player. Is he worth $6.9 million? I'd say so. I don't think it's a bad contract. I think you're gonna be paying Marner and Matthews a lot more than you want to. I'm talking about this now because I got Cal and Jeff both here. I think you're gonna be paying Marner like at least $8 million minimum. I don't think that number is south of 8. Because he's way more of a talented player than Nylander, in my opinion. From what I saw last year in the playoffs, Nylander was like a blip on the radar, and then Marner was the ship in front of us, like gunning us down during the playoffs. He was your best player in that playoff series, if I remember right. Marner will be close to 10. Okay, so you're going beyond what I said. Matthews will be... I think Matthews is going to get more than Tavares. I think Matthews wants to be paid more than Tavares. And should he? I don't really know. What's Tavares make? I'm going to pull up Cat Friendly on this laptop. You can probably see me typing on it. Because I got my old laptop that has USB ports to film. I got, wow, Nylander's contract's $10 million this year. I forgot about that. That doesn't really affect you guys, though, because, unless you want to trade for something, I don't think you guys are that close to the cap, though. Toronto. So projected cap hit $73 million. You got plenty of money to make a trade if you want to this year. Yeah. All right. Tavares is at $11 million. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I should have just waited for the chat. You're good with that, Jeff. If I was Matthews, I'd want $11.1 million. Yeah. I'd want $11.1 million. If I'm Matthews, I've been there longer. I think I'm a better player than Tavares. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I don't know if Matthews is actually better. I know both of those players are fantastic, but I would want to be played more than Tavares personally, because I think Matthews' statistics are better. Matthews is kind of... Has he missed games both years though? Because if he has, they could use a health thing against him and be like, bruh, and I know I say bruh there, but you're extremely good at hockey, but injuries, man. Because wasn't he injured last year too? The non-roster. Where is he right now? Where's Matthews? They're not showing him up here because he's injured. Oh, no, they are. I'm just blind. My bad. Do they have stats up here? Do they have stats? This year, 13, he's missed time. He missed 20 games last year, and he's already missed like more than half of that. So he has injury issues. The only year he was fully healthy was his first year. And it's great if you're great at hockey, but if you can't stay healthy, you could definitely get docked some money. Speaking of contracts, what KHL team should I get into before the lockout happens? Personally, I think Kunling Red Star. The one based in China, because you always want to root for the underdog who doesn't really understand what's going on but is there, and it's kind of funny anyway. So I say go for that team. They need fans. In all seriousness, though, that lockout better not happen. Matthews had 3 injuries last year. Yeah, that could really drop him and as much as he thinks he can get. If he comes back and he stays healthy for the rest of the year, people might forget about it. But if he comes back this year and gets injured again, you can't warrant putting you can't that's what I'm looking for. You can't justify putting $12 million into someone who's only playing 3/4 of the year. Yeah, I was gonna say OHL. The AHL would still run if an NHL had a lockout, I'm pretty sure. So you could really just watch the Ontario Reign or something like that. College hockey would still exist, so maybe you could get into that, Cal. Michigan's near Toronto, kind of, and Buffalo is. But I don't think Western New York has a good team. You can cheer for Miami of Ohio. That's kind of near there, or Western Michigan. They're solid teams. Shoulder concussions. Yeah, that's not good. But I can get into Vladivostok Admirals. Yeah, you could definitely do that. They so far east. They're on the Pacific. Holy crap. They should get a KHL team in Alaska. Oh, that'd be hilarious. That'd be awesome. The Juneau. Yeah, I really blanked. There's no real good team name that starts with a J, guys. The Juneau Jokers. There you go. Or would that be too close to Jokerit? Because isn't Jokerit in that league too? And aren't they like, they got a clown thing as their mascot? Yeah, I mean, Alaska, I think they support their 2 college teams well. I don't know how well. Let me type this in. Biggest city in Alaska. I spelled Alaska with a Z because I am a savage. List of cities in Alaska. The population, 326. They have a town. They have a city with 71 people in it. It's called Akayok. I hope I'm pronouncing it. It's on the Kodiak Island, if you were wondering. Their population in 2000 was 80. Their population in 2010 was 71, and this is considered a city. And they show population change percent, which is 11%. These 9 people is a pretty big chunk. Yeah. Okay. The smallest city in Alaska is Bettles. They've dropped by 30 people in the last 10 years, and they're now down to 12 people in their city. How did I get here? Anyway, the biggest city is Anchorage with 291,826 people. I don't know what KHL games draw, but I can't imagine it's more than that. Used to be Anchorage. Anchorage. Okay, I should just sloppy first from B's. Interesting intermission topic. Steve, I go all over the place. I'm like David Backus. I'm just all over the place with my game. I do everything. Right, Cal? Yeah, but Alaska, biggest city is smallest city is Bettles. It's a city. 12 people. They've dropped in population by 72%, and that's what I'm talking about during my NHL live stream intermission, because, you know, you gotta talk about something. It's going to Kodiak, Alaska. You heard it here first. Yeah, you know, Seattle is just a stepping stone of moving up the Northwest until you eventually skip all of Western Canada until you get to the first American spot, because you cannot put a team in Canada because their dollar is worth less than the American dollar. So you see, I'm not really like telling you what's going to happen. I'm just saying it's happening. Take it however you want. Got all of the $6 million man. David Backus is very much a man and is very much being paid $6 million. I'm not going to call him the $6 million man, though, because that just, you know, isn't fun. Quebec City would be the opposite side of the country in a smaller city getting the team that you've been begging for just because they have a better dollar amount. Yeah, that would be, yeah, that'd be wild. With the Panthers there, dude, they'd sell more seats in Kodiak, Alaska. They would sell just as many tickets as they would in Kodiak, Alaska. Oh my god, I remember I was watching Steve Dangle, one of his podcasts on my trip to Toronto. I was getting in the spirit. I was listening to you guys. The hate was resonating listening to Dangle talk about you. But he's talking about the rewards program that the Florida Panthers have for season ticket holders. And they have a 30 days of giveaways in December. I think it's December. So it might be this month. And, like, you get things that are worth more than your season tickets. Like, you get, like, an iPad Pro, like, 64 gigabits, which is worth more than a season ticket to the Florida Panthers. That blows my mind. That's beyond me. But, there was other things, like a trip to the Stanley Cup Final. It's, like, it's just more worth than the tickets, and you gotta imagine how they're getting these rewards, and if, like, the NHL is just throwing stuff at them, and, like, here, sell tickets, here's some tickets, sell tickets, here's an iPad, we found it laying in the office, give it away. Like, geez. Panthers basically pay you to go to games. Dude, another fan base in America that has a little bit of an issue in the MLB is the Baltimore Orioles. They give free tickets to people under 18 if they're accompanied with a parent, and it's because they're afraid the sport isn't going to grow with kids. And I respect that move. That's a smart move, and the Orioles were terrible, which also had something to do with it. Come on, Brad. Let's do something here. The second period has just started, guys. But little conversation topic for the beginning of the first here. And you can do this for your team. Or you can do this for the Bruins if you're not a Bruins fan, because I know some of you don't cheer for me. I meant us. I just said me for the Bruins. I'm self-conceited. Ooh, good pass there. It's a great, wow, Pasternak, sorry. But who do you want your team, who do you think on your team is going to get unprotected in the expansion draft and get taken by the Seattle Kraken? Let's just call them that. Who's getting taken from your team by the Seattle Kraken? I'm interested. Or the Bruins. You can do both your team and the Bruins if you want. I just can't get over this Alaska statistic. All Seattle needs now is the Supersonics to come back. Yeah, there's some trash fan bases in the NBA that don't need teams either. Memphis and Charlotte having teams kind of seems weird to me. Move the Grizzlies again. That will go over well. Oklahoma, I can't imagine they're going to be good in the fan base when their team goes bad. Let me look. If I had to say, you're probably looking at Bjork or Heinen going. Or actually one of our younger defensemen who's playing. Maybe a Grizzly. Because what is it? 7 forwards, 3 defensemen, and a goalie? They might change it. I don't really know. John Moore, Zane McIntyre, or whatever it's spelled. Zane McIntyre... Here's the thing. Zane McIntyre, if he ever gets to the point of being the backup, I don't think he's going to be taken by the Seattle team because I don't think he's that valuable. I think you're definitely looking at Krug. One thing that's really tough about this, you got to imagine that how all your players are going to be signed. Because the Bruins will protect 7 forwards. Bergeron, Pasta, Marchand, Krejci, you'd assume. To be honest, though, if that team's not coming to 2021, 2022, yeah, Char's gonna be 50. He's gonna be the best sentry gun, swinging his stick around. He's not gonna be moving his feet at that point, but he's gonna be a damn good shutdown defenseman. Still, if he chooses to, that man's a freak. He climbs mountains for fun. You don't run into too many like him. Best 40-year-old athlete in Massachusetts besides Tom Brady. Wow, Halak just stoned Vetrano point blank. Ain't stopping on the rebound. Imagine Char on the expansion team. Dude, we laugh, but Chris Chelios played until he was 47, and he retired in 2010. So, let's not act like it's not actually a possibility here. Now, I'm almost positive Char is keeping better shape of his body than Chelios is. Even though Chelios was probably doing very good things for his body. It's weird you'd think all Canadians would get any Canadians game first, but no, I only get American team games, and they're not even good, like Florida versus Arizona. I'm not even kidding. Why, I can tell you for a fact you're not getting that game tonight, because Florida's on my TV right now. But, that's fascinating to me when I see, last year I'd see, Chicago, Arizona, and Chicago was miserable, and Arizona was just, also miserable. So that was kind of surprising to me that was on NBC rivalry night. It was oh, this would be great if it was 2011 or 10 or 9 or just another year. Char will play forever. Yeah, I'm gonna be going for my AARP card when Char retires. Being at home and he's just gonna be out there skating for the Bruins. It's going to be fun to see 33 be raised to the rafters. I can't wait for that. Well, I can wait for that. Well, that's going to be a special moment is what I'm trying to say. Yes, need to see that now. Yeah, till he breaks a hip. He's indestructible. He's Chartron 4000. The indestructible one. He's the Terminator in hockey form. Never dying. Never dying, Steve. Ever. Steve is Black Sharpie. I just referred to him by his actual name. I could have sworn your YouTube name had a number after Steve. Knew you were Black Sharpie. I could have sworn. Still waiting for another defenseman to get hurt and to put Cassidy out. You bring him in like an emergency goalie. Just Bruce Cassidy suits up. I mean, I think he could hold his own. I mean, just put him with Char. Char's got the big reach. Imagine that. He gets so pissed at the lack of depth scoring, he puts himself out there. It's like, this is how it's done, kids. I'm Bruce Cassidy. I'm going to score 20 this year on Krejci's wing. Shouldn't be this hard. Yeah, Cassidy can play. I'm pretty sure he played minor league hockey. I'm not sure if he played pros, to be honest. I know he's from Ontario. Oh, Huberdeau just missed a point-blank chance. Bruins still giving up key opportunities. So a good passing play there, but Ekblad didn't receive it. Ekblad makes $8 million. I think he's from the same draft as Pastrnak and Bill Nylander. Yeah, I think they're from the same draft. Nah, I really haven't seen many good opportunities from the Bruins this period. Ramsey can make it. I don't see why. Dude. Ramsey's athletic. Oh, my. Oh, that's such an unfortunate goal let up by the Bruins there. They put the puck on Halak. Halak saves it. Doesn't realize what it is, and he turns off the line. And the second he turned, it was over. And I think Hoffman, yeah. The psychopathic, he has a psychopathic girlfriend. That's why he left Ottawa, because she like was talking bad about Carlson's wife or something like that. That's that guy. He scored. Yeah, Sevier, I think that's how you pronounce it. Goes behind the net, throws it off Halak's leg. Halak turns, and the second he turns, it's over, and Hoffman comes there. I just got a Wikipedia link for Bruce Cassidy. Jeff, I can. I'm not going to click on that. I'm going to type in Bruce Cassidy Wikipedia. Because if I click on that link, it's going to close out my stream. Because it won't recognize, it won't open a new window. So I appreciate the link, but I'm typing in myself. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Wasn't that story about Mike Hoffman, though, and that psychopathic girlfriend insane, though? I'm assuming you guys know of that. Like, how, like, I'm blanking. I knew more about it during the summer when that was like all there was to talk about hockey because nothing was going on. Along with that, and some senator's like office guy like groping an Uber driver. That was also very awkward. Donato on the wing. Ooh, Donato has that nice toe drag into a shot. Don't close the stream. Well, I mean, it wouldn't close the stream. As you can see, that laptop that I'm pointing at, this is this laptop. It would just close out here, and then I'd have to reopen the chat. Yeah, let's see. He barely played in it. He had 11, 30. I can probably find the NHL totals. 36 games, 17 points. That's a point every other game. Or almost every other game. Penalty in front of the net. It's on Florida. I'm surprised. Crazy story. Hoffman's girlfriend had a major beef with Carlson's wife. Wasn't it something about her like miscarriage or something? I don't remember. I want to say it had to do with a miscarriage. And like she said some like something you shouldn't say after. You shouldn't say anything after that. Saying anything like negative about a person with that you should never say. And I believe that's what happened. And that's just that's wild. Yeah. So how did Bruce Cassidy not stay in the NHL when he's gonna point every other game? That's better than a lot of guys on the Bruins this year. By the way, if you guys are interested in Rick Middleton, the first like 3 or 4 minutes of the video I posted tonight, because I finally got around to posting the video about the last 2 games. The first 3 or 4 minutes is all about Rick Middleton and his career and some of his stats and where he ranks with the Bruins in career. And that's a pop-up, and it doesn't go on. Cal Backus on the power play. Cassidy knows that Backus is a $6 million man and can do every and anything he's asked to, which is why he's on the power play, Cal. Ribbon again. X-leg would get blown out. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that much. Bettman rigging it again. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, someone said Krejci for the Bruins with the expansion draft. At that point, if Krejci's still making what he's making and we leave him unprotected, and he's only on 1 or 2 years, and the Bruins are still contending at that point, which I'd expect the Bruins to be contending. Oh, big play by Pasta here. Luongo stones him on the one-on-one chance there. Krejci being taken wouldn't be too much of a shocker because of his age, term, length. And, yeah. I think you most likely see a defenseman go, though. Just because I'm not sure what the Bruins protect out of their forwards. Because it's Bergeron, Marchand, Pastrnak. You got DeBrus. That's 4. So that's 4 of your 7. You don't know what... no, Corrali and Chari aren't being protected. Wagner probably won't be here. Donato and Bjork, it really depends what they turn out if they're not traded. So then you got Krejci, and then you probably got one of Bjork or Donato. And that ideally would be your 6 forwards to protect, assuming you don't make a trade for a top 6 winger or anything in that time frame, which if you're running the same core 3 years from now, we are screwed. So I'd assume it would be a defenseman. You protect your top 6 forwards, no matter who they are, age, contract, and all that, if you're trying to win. And then you protect your top 3 defensemen, which would be Carlo, McAvoy, and probably one of the young guys that they develop, or John Moore. Might be John Moore, to be honest. Because here's the thing. John Moore might not be the best defenseman. He's a good defenseman. He's on a very team-friendly contract, making less than $3 million as a guy who can play top 4 minutes. Because I think ideally fully healthy, you can make an argument John Moore should be a top 4 even strength player for this team. And that Krug and Miller should be the bottom pair. Because I think optimally you probably got Chara, McAvoy, Carlo, Moore, and then Krug and Miller? Or Krug and Grzelcyk. I think Krug and Miller. Then Krug makes up for that in minutes by playing all the power plays. And, yeah. Unless you feel Krug... If you're down in a game, though, Krug can move up to the second pair, and Moore can move down. But if you're with a lead, Moore's playing top 4 over Krug. Just my thoughts. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, because I just read the comment. Bruins will be good for a few years. Marchand and Bergeron are the keys. They are keys, but that draft's in, like, 2021, so you got 3 years. Bergeron's, what, like 32? It's 35 then. Now, yes, he keeps himself in good shape, but he gets injured. Bergeron has injury issues. Marchand could fall off by then because he's a very speed-based and skill-based player. Bergeron, I think his play style is something that can last a lot longer than a play style like Marchand's. So I don't think it's necessarily guaranteed by the time we get to that. Because like if the expansion draft was tomorrow, it's a lot easier to talk about this. Like there's players who we don't even know yet who are going to be involved. But that's what I'm asking. Like, how about I put it this way? If tomorrow Seattle was taking your players, who's being taken from the Leafs? Who's being taken from the Bruins? Because I think tomorrow, if you take someone from the Bruins, it's definitely a defenseman. Because you're probably protecting your top 6 forwards who are in there right now. So you're probably protecting Donato, Krejci, DeBrus, Bergeron, Pasta, and Bergeron. And then you got one more. So I guess you're not protecting back. It's not Corrali, not Wagner. You don't have to protect any of the entry-level guys. Well, actually, that changes a lot because Donato's an entry-level guy right now. Yeah, Providence not looking so hot right now. To be honest, I hate to say this, I don't follow the Providence Bruins as much as I should. Like, I couldn't tell you the record right now. I can tell you that I've heard good things from Zach Senchin. I've heard he's been doing well lately. I've heard that. I can't tell you their record, though, team-wise. I only hear about individuals. Because, sadly, if I live, like, 3 towns over, I think I'd get Providence Bruins games on cable. And then I'd probably watch them more. But I'm not paying for AHL TV. And, I think that's the thing, that, like, they're not easily available for me to watch, so I can't watch them. And I don't follow their record, and I just hear things. That's why I follow these few people who cover the Providence Bruins on Twitter. That's how I hear about them. Otherwise, I'd just be looking at numbers, like stats, which don't always tell you the whole thing. Or highlights, which they don't always do a good job of posting. Bruins without Bergie equal Providence? Oh, okay. So you're not really saying Providence. Well, here's a joke right over my head, bud. Yeah, I missed the joke completely. My bad. Johnson would go with team right now in the expansion draft. Yeah, I think the Leafs have the opposite issue. We have so much depth defenders. You're 100% looking at like a Bruins defenseman going, because Carlo and McAvoy are both on entry level. Okay, Char is being protected. Krug is probably being protected. And then you got Miller, Grizzlick, Moore. So one of those guys is gone. And it's probably John Moore out of those if you had to do it tomorrow. So Steve, if you're still here, John Moore's probably who would go for us right now. Or maybe Halak if like Seattle really wanted a goalie. Or maybe we don't protect Halak and we let Rask go. So maybe it would be a goalie. I think it would most likely be a defenseman, probably like John Moore. Solid defenseman. Who could be like a Nate Schmidt for them. I don't think John Moore looks like the type of guy who would get busted for steroids like Nate Schmidt, but you know, I've seen weirder things happen. Krug is gone. If it's tomorrow, Krug's gone. I mean, I value Krug's offense, but you could be right there. You could be right. Bruins over, yeah. Yep. Did I miss anything? Every time Bergey's about to have the season of his career, he's got injured. That's been the last 2 years, man. It's a shame. If he could stay healthy, he could be in Hart conversation, kind of like Kopitar was. He could get that. I don't think Bergeron would win it even if he was there, though. He's not the sexy pick. He's not the high scoring pick. He's he's responsible 2 ways, but he can also score type pick. Because Bergeron, even fully healthy, probably isn't ever leading the league in scoring. And for that reason alone, when people look at numbers, actually maybe Bergeron could. I don't know. I don't think he ever would, even if he was fully healthy. I think he could get top 3 and be nominated and be there on award night and win the Selke instead. But yeah, the only reason he didn't win the Selke was because he didn't have as many points last year. That's how they judge the Selke. It's like two-way forward, but you know we're also taking in it's a defensive forward award, but we're gonna take in your offensive stats anyway and judge that. Which you know Bergeron's always been good, which is why he's won. But yeah. I'm missing 8 comments. Would McAvoy be exempt? If it was tomorrow, he would be. He's entry level. Same with Carlo. Carlo's still entry level. Both of them are getting paid, I believe. McAvoy this offseason. Carlo, I believe, is this offseason too. Yeah, and I think Donato might be this offseason. But Donato's not going to make a lot. Hi, Jack. How's it going, man? Sevier shot. Saved by Halak. Halak got a new mask, and it's so cool. You got like a bear scratched on one side of the face, and on the other you got a brick wall. It's actually very cool. And I didn't do it enough justice there. If you want to look it up. You can probably find it on Twitter or Google. It's a sick mask. How are the Bruins playing? Not that great. Not that great. It's been kind of yeah, I'm just gonna say Florida's better. I'm gonna say that much. Right now, Florida's the better team. I don't think there's been a point in this game where I've looked and I've said Florida hasn't been the better team. Or at least I haven't looked at it and said they deserve to lose their lead, I guess you could say. And the play is whistled dead for a hand pass. Let me look at the shots totals right now because it's got to be Florida by a decent margin. 2016, so we closed a little bit of the gap this period than we had last period because I think the difference was Bruins Fortnite ban. The mask is awesome. Dylan Wang attendance. Dude, if you want to talk about attendance, my stream has many viewers as the Florida Panthers home crowd has, Dylan, if you want to talk about attendance. It might as well. Like, proportionally speaking, more people are interested in this than people in Florida that are interested in that game. If we're being real here. We're being real here. Like you might as well just put all 9 of us, because I'm counting the 8 viewers and me. Put us in Florida. We fill out about 1/3 of the arena that isn't filled out by those people. You take a breather. I've been talking a lot. Are you going out, iPads? Who's iPads? Are you giving out iPads? I mean, I have one over there that my brother got an iPad when he was younger, and it's an old model to the point he doesn't remember the password. That's how old it is. So it's just sitting over here because I found it in the garage the other day He doesn't want to sell it, and I want to try to open it and sell it. But you know, Jeff, if I ever get the code to that iPad, get in it, or find someone to lock it, because the guy at the mall is like, I can charge you this much to unlock it. I'm like, I might as well just like blow it up because I'm basically paying like you to unlock it what I'd sell it for. I could probably look it up online. I'm just lazy about it. It's such an old iPad, it wouldn't get me a lot. But I could possibly give out that iPad. The back plate that goes against the back of Hollock's head is like, looks like pure gold too. It's a really nice mask. Move the Panthers to Quebec or Hartford or Atlanta. Atlanta, okay. Dylan's bringing out some controversial places here. Atlanta. I'm not sure that one will work. I've seen it twice. Well, I've seen it once. It's happened twice. I'm not sure that one works. Dylan, you weren't here earlier, but we were talking about that, and our three that we came up with, or at least me and Jeff, shouldn't speak for everyone. Milwaukee, Kansas City, Houston, and Quebec was the fourth, I guess. Yeah, I guess it was 4. What do you think about Frank Fleming? Why do I feel like I heard that name tonight? Why does that sound familiar? I don't know who Frank Fleming is, to be honest. Who's Frank Fleming? I'm typing this into Google now. I better not be something stupid. Frank J. Fleming. I used to write satire, but now I hate all politics and everyone involved with it. So I'm writing SF and fantasy stories. That's not the right Frank Fleming, is it? That can't be the right Frank Fleming, is it? There's a guy on Barstool Radio. He's a super fan. Frank Fleming. Okay, so he's on the MLB. No, that's not him. I had a feeling that wasn't him, man. I had a feeling that wasn't him. Is he the Mets fan? Is that who you're talking about? I saw him pop up. NJ Tank 99 on Twitter. Is that you? Are you plugging yourself here? Because I'm giving you airtime here to plug yourself. Looks like the Bruins might get a breakout here. Krejci checks up. Oh, you gotta hit up Grizz. He doesn't see him in time. Come on, get something going here. And that's a really bad turnover there. But luckily for Grizz, John Moore is back there with his silky smooth skating to make up for it. I'm gonna look at Frank Fleming's Twitter and something in a minute. Sauce me a follow. I can do that. I can do that. I expect that follow back though. Jarek McCann. Ooh. John Moore steals him off. Still gets a good shot attempt. He had a lot of speed coming at Moore. Oh my. Florida's putting on some good chances right now, but the Bruins clear it off the line. I'm not sure I can beat the intermission topics I had last intermission, guys. Talking about Alaskan cities, I'm not sure I can beat that. Let's see. Let me go to Twitter now. You should have an Instagram account. I do have an Instagram account, but I never post on there. I have like 8 posts in like the last like 5 years, and it's like always so random, man. It's like a picture of me and like my family at like my cousin's wedding, a picture of me in front of the Washington Monument, a picture of me at Gillette. It's like just random. It's nothing too like special. I don't really like care for Instagram. And I didn't even. I was talking and looking at the TV, so I didn't even get to type in that Twitter thing yet. New Jersey guy. Well, I read someone saying a Mets fan named Frank Fleming, so I assumed it was him. Kansas, New Orleans need a hockey team. New Orleans with a hockey team. Now that's a basketball team that doesn't support the I'm at a city that doesn't support the NBA team, the Pelicans. I'm not sure that would work. I think it's kind of a little bit I shouldn't say poor, but they're definitely not financially well off. To the point that might be a tough one. Longo freezes, and I can now look at this guy. NJ Tank. Okay, so NJ Tank, NJ's New Jersey, so he's a New Jersey Tank 99, which probably means he's born in 1999. Oh, it is the Mets fan. Okay. Okay, he has no chin. What happened with him? What happened with him, though? I don't know what happened with him. I've been to one Bruins game, and they had a 2-1 win versus Edmonton. That's what I went to. Did you go to that one, Dylan? I went to their game versus Edmonton. He is a New Jersey guy, but I can't tell why I'm told to look at him. He's Barstool Sports. Okay, so what is why am I looking him up? Panthers score again. Matheson, former Boston College player. Second goal of the season. He is another very good skater. And he takes this end-to-end. Beats Donato. Donato reaches and he teaches. Flies around, goes to the circle and roofs it. Wow. That's a really great play by Matheson. But it's weak defending on Matheson. And then he gets to the circle, he shoots and he picks corner. It literally looked like NHL on beginner mode. He just skated around Donato, got to the circle, and roofed it. It looked like NHL 19 on beginner mode. God damn it. Weak. Okay. NHL to Honolulu. Yeah, New Orleans doesn't seem like hockey on me. NHL to Wood Buffalo. I have no idea what Wood Buffalo is, but yeah, it must be some. Is that like an Indian tribe? Wood Buffalo. Oh my god, he doesn't even roof it. It hits off Yaroslav Halak's blocker and it just redirects the point. It looks like that's weak. He should have saved that. Look at his periscopes. Weak. Especially the ones about his PC. Oh my. Panthers almost have as many goals as fans watching the game. Shaking my head. Oh my god. You're not kidding. I mean, I just don't see how Bruins fans can watch games, especially games like this, and then walk away saying we need a tough guy to fight, but they like won't acknowledge the scoring issue. Rass mask come off and plays whistle dead. Halak, my bad. My bad. And you can see the scoreboard's updated up here. It is now 2-0 to the Panthers. Does it show shots? No, it shows record, though. You see that Florida's the last place team in the Atlantic, and we can't even beat them. That's great. Oh, I'm not looking at his Periscope. I don't think I want to look at his Periscopes. Does he link it? Dude, he doesn't even link his Periscope. So now I'm on a wild goose chase looking for this dude from New Jersey's. He has a picture with the Stanley Cup, so, is it a Devils fan? He's a Devils fan, yep. Yeah, so that's cool. He got a picture with the Stanley Cup. There's really nothing else about him here. His last retweet was from, Bob Dole saluting the casket of George H.W. I see no link to his Periscope here. I'll go to Google. I'll entertain this. Periscope. Alright, Frank Fleming Periscope. Twitter Periscope. He was live. Okay, what is Periscope then? Because I thought it was going to Pinterest. My bad. So he does live video. Yeah, I'm not looking at his live video because I'm doing live video. Hold on. Bruins have to score here, dude. They really need to get one back before this period. Because this home crowd of Florida is just so intimidating to the point I'm worried about being able to score in this environment. Oh, that was such a weak goal, though. Such a weak goal. By the way, guys, if you're here in like my coverage, I stream for every weeknight Bruins game. I can't guarantee weekends. Every weeknight Bruins game I stream. So hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications, it'll let you know whenever I stream. Hit the like button if you like the stream, it gets it more suggested. And that's all I can ask for you guys. I've been enjoying your guys' company, and hopefully the Bruins can turn around so it'll become a much happier stream. Anyway, thank you if you are already subscribed, of course. Please leave a like. Thank you. Take a look at this. Okay, again, I'm going to copy that link. Be sure to hit the like button. Thanks, Jeff. Jeff is a very big supporter of this channel. He wants it to blow up, right, Jeff? Isn't that what you said? You want the channel to blow up? I want it to, too. Badly. Make it so I don't have to go to college. JK. He was live. Okay. 9 views. Does he get... How many views does he get? He has 804 followers. 100 broadcasts. 836,000 likes. So... Guessing a decent amount of people check this guy's out. He's literally just like... His head takes up so much of the screen. I can't watch them now, though, because I'm doing this right now. I don't want his, like, thing just blasting. The Bruins aren't a power play right now, though. So, never mind. That power play is gone. David Pastrnak for holding. So that was a nice 16 seconds, guys. That was real fun. Losing to 4. Great. Let's barely beat the Islanders in a shootout. Get absolutely beat by Detroit, even though we outplayed them. And now we're just getting emasculated by the Florida Panthers. So this is great. When you get a diamond plate. Kids got jokes. You got jokes. Yeah, that was weak. That was a weak call. That was a very weak call. Good hockey talk. That's what we're about. And talking about Alaska's smallest city. We're also about that. And we're about David Backus' wizardry. We're about that here. We're about a lot of things. Some of them are not really talked about in the hockey community, but, you know, they'll eventually make their way there once we get rolling. Once I get that diamond... What even is diamond? Is that like $1 million? Isn't the silver one like 100,000 and then $1 million? That might be more than $1 million. I don't even know what a diamond is. I watch too much YouTube to not know what a diamond play button is. Oh, 4-on-4 here. Hopefully this favors us. Ooh, John Moore's at the point. Ah, they lost the puck. I think diamond is $1 million. It sounds like it is. Are you kidding me? Dude, Halak might need to get pulled soon. I know it's kind of quick, but that was a weak goal to let up. Silver is 100K. Gold 500K. That was terrible. That went right through his 5-hole. Who is this? It's Huberdeau. Yandel's skating in at Moore. Huberdeau gets it from the point. Shoots it low. What's it hit? He uses Krug as like the world's tiniest screen. Not even really a screen. It just hits him and it trickles in behind him. Put Backus in goal. Backus wouldn't let a puck through him like that. If it hit him, it's definitely not going in. Silver's 100K, gold 500K, I think. Okay. So that means diamond's $1 million. Yeah. I didn't know they gave out 500K. I thought it was just 100K and then $1 million. You know. Because everyone talks about 100K, and then if they get a diamond, I guess they probably make a video about that. Never seen someone make a 500K video. I don't really watch, like, YouTubers. Most of the YouTubers I watch don't have more than 500K subs, actually, now that I think about it. Most of the ones, like, I think there's a decent amount of ones I watch have, like, over 100,000. But, I don't think many of them have that much. I mean, geez, Dangle doesn't even have 100,000 yet. He's been doing this for 10 years. He doesn't do live streams, though. So, you know, maybe that's what he's missing out on. He's so far gained a total of, let me check the numbers, guys. Let me bring those big stats to you. Oh my, right in the slot again. Come into our house, you know. Matheson again. Jeez, this is bad. Yeah, my stream tonight has made my channel go up a total of 1 subscriber, guys. So at this rate, by the end of the stream, we might have 162. And you know that play button's coming in no time. No time. Absolutely no time. What AHL arenas would you like to see a game at? Not this one. Not BB&T. Ooh! Corrali just got a very good opportunity, but definitely not BB&T. I've seen a game in 4 arenas in the NHL. TD Garden, I saw the Bruins play many times. I've seen the Air Canada Centre, Scotiabank, wherever the Maple Leafs want to call their arena. Been there. I've been to the Pepsi Center, Denver, Colorado. Saw the Avalanche play the Kings the year the Kings won the Cup. And then I went to Amalie Arena. It's St. Pete's Time Forum or whatever in Tampa. Saw the Bruins play away there, and the Bruins won 4-1. I want to say that was the second time they went to the Cup, where they lost to Chicago that year, but I went in the regular season. So those are arenas I have been to. Arenas I want to go to. The Bell Center in Montreal. The Saddle Dome in Calgary, just because that thing looks cool. I don't want to go to Philadelphia because I probably get thrown stuff at me. Trying to think. The Bell Center comes to mind. Rogers Place in Edmonton comes to mind. MTS Arena or whatever they call the thing in Winnipeg I want to go to. So, all the Canadian teams except for Vancouver and Ottawa. Don't care to go to there. Wherever Seattle plays, that should be fun. T-Mobile, I'd like to go to Vegas. I'd like to go to Vegas to see them play there. No interest in Detroit's arena anymore since they moved from the Joe. Madison Square Garden, that should be a goal. How did you not put that in? Luongo stuffs Pastrnak at point-blank range. What was the fourth one? Gritty would kick you out, yeah. I said Bell Center, Saddle Dome, Rogers Place or whatever it's called in Edmonton. T-Mobile, wherever Seattle plays. Winnipeg's arena. Madison Square Garden. I think those are all the ones I said. Those are the ones that come to mind. Yeah, he just fluffs his attempt in front of the net. Pastrnak gets it point blank and doesn't put it in. If Bergeron was on the ice, he would have put that in. JK. Scoring chances are 12-9 Florida. They only have 3 more? That is... I don't think that's true. That's a made-up statistic. I'm just going to say that. It's a good selection? Yeah. I can almost guarantee you Toronto's and Tampa's would be on there. What was just called? Oh, they're calling Pastrnak for embellishment here? I want a replay. Oh, let's see. So let's see. Pasternak's turning up the ice. I can't see. They're giving us the furthest camera angle that's away from the ice. It looks like Pastrnak loses his balance, but the camera angle they show us might as well be in another arena or from the parking lot because you can't see if the stick actually hits his foot because he gets interfered with, sure, but hard to tell if he actually just falls, dive. I don't think he dove. I think he just fell. If that's embellishment, I mean. Weak. Anyway, 4-4 again, so the Bruins lose another power play they should have. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to be a homer. That probably should have been a penalty for a power play for us. So now Florida's going the other way. 4-4. That's not a high stick. Oh, it's offsides. Before they relocate. That's true. That's another team that could relocate. I was starting to laugh, and I was like, oh, when I was talking about Florida, Arizona, and what was the other team I was talking about? The Islanders. Ottawa's a team that could very well relocate. But at the same time, it's not really a notable arena. One thing I realized about Ottawa, their staircases don't have railings, and they're such like an interesting color, and they're so wide. And that's such a random observation, but the stairs are so wide, there's no railing, and they're such a weird color, they look fake. They look like they're like colored in, like they just look like an animation, like they look like very clean, I guess. They don't look real. Random observation, you can look it up all you want, it's just something I notice every time I watch Ottawa play. The new Detroit one, Little Caesars Arena. Trash pizza, so I'm not sure the arena's any better, but it's probably a nice arena. But I don't know. I just have no want to see this Detroit team play, so I guess that kind of has to do with it. Ottawa to Quebec. And there's another penalty here. And Jake DeBrusk is going to the box, and there will be a 4-on-3. It doesn't get any easier, boys. DeBrusk and Pasternak in the box. At least neither of them kill penalties. DeBrusk throws his stick at the boards and lets it drop on the ground, and he's upset. So we got 50 seconds of 4-on-3. Yay. Slashing. Let's see. We're another camera angle that might as well be from the parking lot. That's a joke. Oh, wait. Did they call him there? I don't see where the penalty is, though. Because they're literally... Oh, they're in one end of the arena. They're down here. Let's say this is the end of the arena. They're showing the camera from down here. Like, is this like a Florida thing? Like, that no one cares so they don't have cameras? Block Swallows a one-timer attempt. What the hell? By the way, well, the Bruins play Thursday against Tampa. On Thursday, I think I'm going to upload a video before the stream like I did tonight. So if you look for my videos and you watch those and not just the streams, this game should probably get its own review. And Tampa should probably get its own review. And Toronto should probably get its own review. And then after that, I think it's double game reviews for about a week and a half. Mike Hoffman just made a very big back check on John Moore there. And Yandel, oh, Yandel misses wide, thank God. Dude, that's probably why I'm getting all these crappy, like, looks at, they better not have, then again, NBC will come, and NBC will put cameras in there if Florida ever makes the playoffs. So, if it's going to be complete. Mike Hoffman again. Mike Hoffman again, guys. This is a tough one to watch. Because this is terrible. They're not playing good. This isn't like Detroit where we're losing and we're playing hard. This is a 4-0 game where Florida's been the better team. And has benefited from calls, like, I guess I shouldn't say they benefited from calls. They'd still be beating us, but they're being opportunistic with the opportunities they're given. This is rough, man. That's rough. Is Art online? Uncle Butch isn't around, I don't think. But here's the thing, there's 8 people watching. Can I look at participants? Brandon. Yo, these guys suck more than Burncoat Soccer. Oh my. I don't think that's possible, Brandon. Don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible at all. Leafs are winning, if you're curious, 1-0. I mean, that just means the gap's getting bigger. And 4-0 after 2 periods is terrible. But right now, there's such a big gap between the Bruins and their top 3 teams in that division that they're just implanted into that wild card spot right now. Like, I'm not even kidding myself. Like, there's very little chance that they move up the board anytime soon. If we're talking like January if they ever make it. Big comeback time. Oh my God, yeah, that would be better than what we did to Carolina last year. I don't know if you remember that. We were down like 3 or something. Hey Brandon, if you're still here, because I know you might not still be here. My viewer count's still the same, but the comeback game I'm referring to, our friend Kate was at that game. Brandon. She was at the game I'm referring to. We done like 3 goals with like 10 minutes left, and we had a comeback and we won. Kate was in Carolina for some reason. She saw that game. I smell it. You smell it? I don't smell it. Don't smell it at all. It's a rough game to watch. It's not extremely enjoyable. 1-5-4. That was 4-1. They won 5-4. Yeah, I think they won in overtime that game. Kate's fake. I mean, Not disagreeing. Okay, what is this? Video manager. I'm on the wrong thing, aren't I? I am on the wrong thing. What just happened? Okay, I can't see the chat right now, actually, because my page just reloaded to my other account for whatever reason, and I cannot figure out why. Give me a sec. No, I'm not going to do it from that. Why is it doing that? If you're commenting right now, I can't see it. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's doing it. But technology, man, it's a pain in the ass. Dashboard, okay. Switch account, okay. That should bring me back. I don't know why it did that. I'm sorry about that. So if I haven't seen your comment, just give me a sec. Nifties. It's bringing me to the news studio. Oh my. What is going on? Technical difficulties. Wow, what a trash streamer I am. And it's not showing my stream right now. Am I up? I should be up. Let's go to my channel. I guess I'm just gonna have to donate a view to myself. Okay, yeah. Mute that. I want Friendsgiving. Okay, I just saw that. Dude, Friendsgiving was supposed to happen and she canceled it because no one can make it. That's why that was canceled. Everyone was like, yeah, I got stuff to do. And yeah, that never happened. Florida may be winning 4-0, but at least we don't have to live in Florida. That is extremely true. And at least we don't have they don't have a $6 million man or $6 million king like David Backus. So who's really winning? Montreal has fan, GG in the chat. Bye, Brandon. I'm in Toronto. How about you, Jeff? Nope, Leafs fans. God, we're dying out there. We're getting murdered. We're getting absolutely murdered. Leafs fan too. I'm at school in Montreal. I grew up in Toronto, though. So you chose to go there. Okay. Thought maybe your family moved there. You did say you were in college, though, so that makes sense. I actually couldn't tell you a single college in Montreal. I've never heard of one. I know Ryerson and, that's the only one I know in Toronto, actually, too. I don't know a lot about colleges in Canada. I'm assuming you got, like, University of Toronto, maybe, and University of Montreal, something like that. I don't know what else you would have. I'm eating a Hot Pocket. Dude, that's so interesting. You're eating a Hot Pocket. It's cheap, just like the Bruins' depth. It's just not... Well, actually, back is expensive. Scratch that. Connor Pascal. Hey, Brandon. Hey, Connor. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. How's life in Linden? McGill. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Ever. Yes, Miguel. So what's going on in the AHL tonight? I haven't looked around at scores. So we have two Canadians pumping up the channel. Yeah, Cal and you are two of my biggest supporters. Joseph, who's from Virginia, is also one of my biggest supporters. A lot of my friends in real life, they don't watch the streams live. They watch my videos. And, they're good supporters. You guys are the biggest supporters of the stream, though, no question. Currently cutting... Oh, my. Oh, my. I really enjoy watching the school's hockey team play when I can. Really fun to watch. First football game was between Harvard and McGill. I actually didn't know that. It's a fun fact. Worcester Sharks are winning. Now they're the Railers. Clearly, we are the best. I mean, apparently, you guys were, like, the first football game, so... And that obviously worked out so good in Canada. You guys with your NFL teams and all that. No, you don't have NFL teams? My bad. You guys have CFL where you have the goalpost in the end zone. Islanders Jets are tied 0-0, so that makes me feel better about our 2-1 win against the Islanders, I guess. Avs and Pens tied 3-3. Flames and Blue Jackets 6-5 after 2. Wow, that's high scoring. Flames have 6, Blue Jackets 5. Toronto's up 1-0 on the Sabres. Big divisional game there. 1-1 between Senators and Canadiens. 3-2, Detroit's beating the Lightning, so you got that. Later tonight, Wild Canucks, Capitals Golden Knights. Rematch of the Stanley Cup at 10 p.m., guys. Rematch of the Stanley Cup at 10 p.m. And Coyotes Kings. So, hope you're not staying up late for that. Where was that one person from? Middle of nowhere, BC, a couple streams ago. Oh, Fort. She said her husband was a train engineer. It's some fort up in the middle of British Columbia. That's right. I missed the stream a couple of games ago. BC guy on it. I don't think it was a guy. Fort Nelson. It's near the Alberta border. It's up there, but it's near like the Alberta border. I can't remember the name of it. Give me a sec. I have to zoom out on the map because I know it's really far up there. Fort St. John. Here it is. Fort St. John. I got it. It's the only town up there. Fort St. John. That's what it is. You're not finding anything else up there. It's on the one route, which looks like 97. Yeah, you miss a turn, you're driving a while. Be right back. The Curse of Oak Island is back on. I don't even know what that is. Don't even know what that is. Don't know what Oak Island is. Let's see. Yeah, my friend just said good night to the Bruins. And yeah, they're getting absolutely murdered. We're 100% winning the Dolphins game now. Thanks, Bruins. My dad's going to the Dolphins game. He's flying down on a business trip, and he's getting like a skybox and all that. He's a lucky guy. I'm jealous of him. I am. But he's going to have a lot of fun on that trip. Red Wings are winning the cup, dude. Get out of here. Welcome to the chat. Leave. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah. I don't think the Red Wings are getting that far. Hey, Jalen, what do you think of Seattle? What do you think of Seattle? Curious. Yeah, he's going to have a good time. He likes golf, too. He's going to go golf in Florida. You know. Maybe he can make a cameo at the Lightning game. I bet he doesn't even know the Bruins are playing in Tampa. I actually think he's in Miami, though, which isn't that close to Tampa. Yeah. Let's see. I had something else I wanted to talk about that I thought of before the stream when I was thinking about intermission topics. Because these things can be tough if you don't have something good to talk about. Let's look at NHL.com news. Alright, so it's all about Seattle right now, which, you know, a shocker. But, like, really what people really care about is that McDavid plans to play for the Oilers against the Blues. No, I don't really care about that. Klingberg could be back with the Stars by Christmas. Cool. Doesn't really affect the Bruins. Fantasy tracker, no. Picks for All-Star roster, which Pastrnak wasn't on it at first, but now he's one of the headline pitcher guys with Ovi, McKinnon, and McDavid. So that's cool. What else we got here? Mantha out 4 to 6 weeks for Red Wings, so there goes a big part of their cup hopes. Fantasy defenseman, not really a big deal. Seattle Mayor inspired to win NHL expansion bid by Stanley Cup visit. Durkin sees lucrative hockey future, so yeah, it's all about the money. We know. You only paid $650 million to get into the league. Coyotes moved to Central. Quotations will be cool, Clayton Keller says. Yeah, you're only getting screwed over with flight times and all that, but you know, it's cool. Anyway, I guess if he doesn't care, I don't care. Barry, I learned to make mom's lava cake for a taste of home. This is the news you get on NHL.com, guys. Tyson Barrie knows how to make lava cakes. Like, what the heck? The new Seattle team should be called the Seahawks or Supersonics. They won't steal that. They got They got copyright claims on those. They won't be able to use them. Talk about your hot bod. No, Seattle sexy superstar. There's a good quote. Cool. That's literally all he said. It's cool. Mariners sound cool too. They would consider it. I don't think they can. I think there's like copyright issues where they just can't take the name. Because they sell merchandise for the Mariners already. They're going to come up with an original team name. That way they don't like interfere with the sales of the Mariners and they get all of their own sales. That way they can't buy a Mariners jacket from Seattle Mariners, the baseball team, and then they have their hockey thing. They want a different brand, a different name. That way there's more crap to be sold. It's all about money, man. Fletcher hired by Flyers as general manager to replace Hextall. Chuck Fletcher, wasn't he the... Wait, that's the Minnesota Wild's old GM. So if you're lucky, he'll sign Giroux when he's 30-something to a type of Parise contract. And Provorov gets to 30. If he lasts that long, he'll get a 14-year contract. Because that's what he does. More expansion. Hits home for Oshie. Oshie's from Seattle, so I could see Oshie at the end of his contract going to Seattle. Or they make a trade for him or something. Nylander assured by Maple Leafs GM that he won't be traded. What a dumb move. Why would you tell him you're not going to be traded? Because then if you trade him, you look like a liar. 5 questions with John Davidson. Absolutely not. 21 NHL expansion draft rules. Same as Golden Knights. Okay. Must select one player from each presently existing club, except for Vegas. Okay. I didn't realize that. I have an issue with that. I have a big time issue with Vegas being able to walk in here, make it to the Cup final, and then not only that, freaking like 4 or 5 years. It's like 4 years after they exist. Nah, you still get perks, and you don't lose anything. Bullshit. They should lose something. What is that? Seattle suck at Quebec, so rolls off the tongue. Well, if someone buys a Mariners shirt, they're charged twice, one for each team. Dreaming. Or the Seattle should have paid the $50 million expansion fee in the 90s. Well, you know, that would have made sense. That's such a storied history. I mean, they've been to a cup more recently than you, Cal, but, like, I mean, I wouldn't say they have good history. Oh, I remember the days when Colin Miller and Nate Schmidt played together on the blue line. Oh, yeah, that was like 4 or 5 months ago. Remember when that Reed Duke or whatever was their only player because he like couldn't make his junior team or something? I don't remember, but he got signed by them for some reason way earlier than players should have been on that team. And I'm pretty sure he's an AHL player and has never touched the club's actual main roster. Anyway, absolutely not. They should lose something. You shouldn't be able to walk in here like that. I mean, with our luck though, it's probably the last expansion. Hopefully in a while, because I don't really like that the league's expanding. I'd rather have the teams that suck move there. Like, I'd be more excited if the Coyotes were announced to move to Seattle. Pietrangelo placed on injured reserve by the Blues. No, that's not good for them. I genuinely root for the Blues a little, because I feel bad for that team suffering so much with losing. Kucherov powers Lightning to NHL best 20th win. Okay. Bertuzzi suspended 2 games for actions in Red Wings game. What'd he do? Oh, this little rat. I was talking about him earlier. I talked about my video. This guy's such a rat. He's every bit Marchand. Minus his... he has a little skill. I don't think he is. Roughing in sport... Okay, so I'm not going to click on the video, but he's literally like... He's on the bench and he's grabbing Matt Calvert and like beating him up. I can't tell if he's throwing punches. When did this happen? This happened yesterday and I didn't hear about it. This is why I'm looking through the news. I thought this was gonna be a joke. I clicked on the video. I didn't mean to. You know, I clicked on the video. I'm gonna look at you. Oh my God! Are you kidding me? All right, so he gets checked in the boards. His stick goes in there. The Red Wings player guy holds the stick. Calvert goes to the bench, and then Bertuzzi sees that Matt Calvert's head's in the bench, and yeah, he tees off. And starts punching him in the face. Yep. These Red Wings players weren't happy that he had his stick in the bench, so they held his stick. He comes back to the bench, tries to fight them, and then Bertuzzi goes and, starts uppercutting. So that's fun. Have you seen the pregame show? Vegas deserves all the success coming to them for their diehard fans who have been starving for a championship-winning team since the team first started. Dude, I agree. But, you know, at the same time, where were they 12 months ago? Okay, they were on a winning streak probably. Where were they 15 months ago? us wondering what they'd look like. So, I mean, recent memory, yeah, history. But, yeah, that's insane that Tyler Bertuzzi did that. You guys need to look that up if you haven't seen that. Bertuzzi is literally on the bench punching Matt Calvert. How does that only get 2 games? Didn't the guy on Detroit a few years ago get suspended 10 for having his foot touch the ice? I think this is a lot worse because he came back on the ice. It was like Witkowski. Comes back on the ice, puts a foot on it, gets suspended 10 games. This guy just uppercuts on a guy from the bench and he gets 2. I don't think that's going to be his last suspension, judging on how he plays. I've seen him 3 times this year. And, yeah, I can tell you, that's probably not the last. Trade tracker. I know Sprong was traded. I don't want to touch on that too much. Junior team to wear spectacular teddy bear uniforms for toss game. That's a pretty, wow. It's literally, wow. Their jersey, the bottom half of their jersey from like here down is fur. Like, it's not fur. It looks like fur. And their leg socks are all fur. Guys, you guys need to look up the Edmonton Oil Kings teddy bear toss jerseys. Type it into your Google search and look at that monstrosity of a jersey that should not exist. I was not expecting this much stuff in that. You guys need to look up that. You need to look it up. You need to look it up. You need to look it up. I can't stress to you enough. Look up the Edmonton Oil Kings teddy bear toss jerseys. They're something. They are definitely something, guys. Please look it up. They're something. They are 110% something. Okay, I'm done with the news because the Bruins are about to be back on. See, my viewer total has dropped 5 viewers, so that's always fun. But, you know, it is what it is, and we carry on. Hopefully some people come back. You see, a lot of people probably checked out because we're down 4-0. I bet a lot of the Bruins fans here, they just don't want to think about the game, so they left. There's nothing interesting. The Bruins come back. If the Bruins start having a comeback, the viewership will go up. And they're off. They're off. The third period is starting, and you need a goal ASAP. Oh my god, they're terrible, Jeff. They're insane. I understand what they're trying to do, but the socks are... They shouldn't be allowed to wear the... Well, they should, but oh my god. They look like Chewbacca wearing a green tank top. I've never heard a better comparison in my life. That is honestly 110% true. It is terrifying. Marchand slow to get up. That better not be serious. The socks are so brutal. Marchand's on the bench sitting by himself in the corner. You know, it's kind of amazing how much Bruce Cassidy has done with a team that, like, really isn't deep offensively in a league that's very driven on scoring lately. More so than it used to be. They just play such good defense, so not tonight. Not really. Not tonight. I'm not tonight. But yeah. It's just who's the person who reviewed that jersey idea and said, yeah, we're gonna run with that one. What do you mean, Joseph? What the hell? I've been streaming since the first period. A weeknight Bruins game. I told you that's what I'm streaming. Oh, Luongo gobbles it up. I mean, I tweeted Joseph. I said an event which at like 6 something should have given you a notification. If you don't have the bell on, bad on you. I started the stream, which would have notified another bell. So if you're upset that I started streaming and you didn't know about it, I mean, you only blame yourself. No, they do not have tails at the back. You're lying. I'm typing this into my search engine right now. Oh my, you're joking. Please tell me you're joking. Teddy Bear Toss 2018. Oh my. Someone needs to get fired. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so ugly. I almost want it just because people won't believe I have it or it exists. Because I don't think you're going to find many of those. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. I'm going to whine Donato when he comes to my home. Well, it's not a drill. Brandon, you just came back. Look up Edmonton Oil Kings teddy bear toss jerseys if you're in here. Type it into Google. Edmonton Oil Kings teddy bear toss jerseys. They're an abomination to everything that's ever existed. Oh my god. Them jerseys ugly. That's an understatement, Joseph. We went over some news articles, or I went over headlines in the NHL news section of the website, and man, was I my jaw dropped. I like stopped, turned, and looked and went like it was terrible. Those shouldn't be allowed to exist. I can't believe that. I just remembered I forgot to put a link in my YouTube video that I made earlier. Defumi, if you guys have ever heard of him, which you guys probably haven't, he just posts Bruins highlights, and I said I was going to put a link to his channel in my video because I referenced the Rick Middleton jersey retirement, which he posted to his channel. He has the whole 40-minute jersey retirement. I said I put the link in the channel, and I forgot to, which I'm upset I did that too. Hot Take Hockey Raid? I don't even know what that is, man. Oh, I know what Hot Take Hockey is, actually. You stream for the Leafs games. I've seen you. I actually am subscribed to you. I actually am subscribed to you. You're Jonathan Vivieros, right? Yeah. I'm still subbed to you, actually. Appreciate it. What's up, Hot Take Hockey people? One thing we were talking about is the Edmonton Oil Kings teddy bear toss jerseys. If you haven't seen them, go look at them. They're a monstrosity to everything on this planet. Like, you guys need to look up the Edmonton Oil Kings teddy bear toss jerseys. They are disgusting. They have a tail on the back of them. I'm not sure if you guys ever seen a jersey with a tail. But, yeah. As for the game, I'd rather not talk about it, but it's 4-0, and we're getting absolutely pounded by the Florida Panthers. We're being outplayed, and it's just increasing the gap between us, the Leafs, the Sabres, and the Lightning. Hi, Robbie Veno. Thank you for subscribing. If you guys like have it on your so I can see when you subscribe, I'll shout you out if you sub. Now, the Leafs game must have just ended if you're here, though. So I'm assuming the Leafs won 1-0 because that's the last time I checked. As for the Bruins, they've been playing terrible defensively tonight. Hot Take Hockey. Yeah, I'm subscribed to Hot Take Hockey. I've been in a few of his streams. I don't comment much in that stream though, because I usually just like to see like him talk about how like the Leafs are playing that night and all that. So 2-1 third intermission. Hot Take Hockey. Okay. Hi King Awesome. Hi Randy. Like a light, yeah. Nah, I'm into those jerseys. You're into those jerseys? Get out of here, Brandon. Seriously, what? How are you into those? Did he take a break too? Did Hot Take Hockey take a break? Or did he just stop streaming and he sent you guys all to me? Can I get moderator? I don't give out moderators to people unless they're going to be here consistently. So, if I see you in another stream, I'd be tempted to give it to you. I only have one moderator right now, and I've offered it to a few people who show up recently, but some people just don't want it. Like, Cal didn't want it. Cal's in a lot of my streams. He's a Leafs fan, and he's in Montreal. He doesn't want moderator. He doesn't want that power. But if you watch my streams consistently, and you're a good sub and you're around, I'll eventually give it to you. But I'm not just going to hand it to you. Fierce battle of the two Goliaths commented by the hockey god John. Well, I know Buffalo and Toronto are playing, but this is mainly a Bruins channel. I know a lot of you guys at Hot Take Hockey probably hate my team, but this is what I do. I'm kind of like, I make videos about the Bruins, and I stream during Bruins games. So if the Bruins are playing, I sadly cannot watch Hot Take Hockey streams. That's the thing. I was caught off guard by the raid, and I reacted like I didn't know who he was, but I do know because I'm subscribed to him. I've seen his videos. I watched his video on Nylander the other day, actually. Sub Hot Take Hockey or be meek and inherited nothing in life. Jeez, it's really a life or death thing for you. Do you know why the Boston Bruins are so trash in the winter? Because everyone's injured. Because they hibernate in this period. Dude, McAvoy's getting a ton of sleep right now. But he's also dizzy from his concussions. But he's in a contact jersey, so beware to Toronto. When McAvoy comes back, Chara comes back, and Bergeron comes back, we're gonna rise the standings. You guys don't sleep on us. You guys should know better than to sleep on us at this point, though. You guys really should. If you guys haven't learned your lesson by now, if you guys haven't learned about the Bruins by now, you never really sleep on them, no matter what the lead is. However, I respect John and his team slightly more. Hey, I get that, man. John's your guy. John's your guy. I bet you didn't even know I existed before, like, the raid. So you guys are going back to John, I'm assuming, when the third period starts, no? Oh, they're not just Leafs, but wanted to help you out a bit. I do all 31 teams was don't sleep on the Bruins 100%. Dude, absolutely do not sleep on the Bruins. I knew you did other streams too. You stream quite frequently, I see. I sometimes lurk in there. I usually, when I watch your streams, it's usually when I'm doing homework or something, and I want to like hear someone talk about hockey. So I'm very much a lurker when it comes to streaming, which I encourage people not to be in mind, which I'm a little bit of a hypocrite there. It's just, I know you're a big Leafs fan, because the first time I saw your videos, actually, I believe it was your reaction to Bruins, like the comeback last year in the playoffs. It was before I was subscribed to you, because I didn't know you as anything other than the guy who was very pissed off when Torrey Krug scored. So I just associate you with the Leafs because of that. I know you're not just a Leafs guy. The Bruins are the sexiest team in the NHL and AHL. Oh, we're not in the... Actually, we are in the AHL. MGO sends go. Hot Take Hockey, speaking the truth. I'll stay. Respect you, man. I want to help you out. I appreciate that hot take. I see you got more than just yourself, too. I'm assuming you're John, right? I've noticed you've had other people. I saw the Power Rankings video, and the guy was a Bruins fan, and that caught me off guard. And that's what I kind of recognized. You are way more than just a Leafs fan. Like, you're creating an army almost over there. Hot Take Hockey Raid. King Awesome, you're repeating yourself a lot, man. You really are. You're a real big John supporter, though, so I get it. Or Hot Take Hockey. Respect gave to a like. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that. You excited for the Bruins-Leafs game on Saturday? I'm excited for that. I'm also excited for the Bruins-Tampa game. But watching this Bruins-Florida game, I'm kind of hesitant to get excited to watch the Bruins play, to be honest, because the last 3 games, they haven't been that great lately. They, versus the Islanders, they barely scraped by, got to a shootout, and Ryan Donato scored. Last game against Detroit, we outplayed them, but Detroit was getting insane puck luck. All 3 of their goals were basically deflections and empty netter. And tonight we're just getting absolutely destroyed. It's kind of rough, to be honest. It's very not fun to talk about. But, yeah, it really isn't. But it's just been lack of defense, and without Bergeron, we lose so much time on attack because he's just a possession monster. Controls the game, dictates the pace. He's just so solid. McAvoy isn't in the lineup, so we don't get a guy leading the breakout. Char's defense is still so underrated by everyone at this point in his career because people think he's fallen off. Yeah, it's really upsetting. It really is. William, I will grant you the favor of God King of Hockey, Johns, and like your video. However, I'll add, there's no salvation with Hot Take Hockey. I understand. I understand completely. John is your guy. I understand. He is the stream king for you. He does a good stream. He does do a good stream. I will be honest. John does a very good stream. And he does it way more consistently than me. That's another thing. There's a thing about consistency, and John is very consistent. Big hockey fan. You can tell he loves the game. Bergie's great on possession. He really is. Awesome Corsi. Yep. Good sport, bro. Well, I got nothing against Leafs fans unless they're talking about how awesome their players are and overrating them. That's when I get a little upset. Is when you guys think your players are better than others. But that's most fan bases. You talk about Jake DeBrusk in the Bruins fan base. He gets highly overrated. But you know, that's all fan bases. But of course, you probably get annoyed when you hear other fan bases overrate their assets too. It's just how hockey works. One last HTH. What? You guys just need to get the picks in deep, man. We here at Hot Take know this and live by the code. Die by the code and pass on the code of picks in deep too. Future Hot Take members. Yeah, you guys, if you're in this stream and you haven't followed Hot Take Hockey, you should definitely check out his channel. It's a very good channel. He talks about a lot more than just the Bruins. So if you're looking for a fix of hockey that isn't just basically a Bruins, because this is very much focused on the Bruins, go check out Hot Take Hockey. He's up there with the hockey guy for quality. You guys know the hockey guy. You know. Are you doing a meetup in Harvard Square this weekend? No, I stand with you only. I subbed to Jong. I mean, if you sub to Jong, I don't know who Jong is. Robbie Vanilla is subscribed to me. I appreciate that. Now, is John still streaming? Like, what was the raid thing? I'm very confused by that. Like, did he end his stream? Because it seems weird that he'd end a stream or he'd do a raid in the middle of the game. I've never seen someone do a raid in the middle of the game. Oh, thanks, William. I appreciate that. If John's ever not streaming, because I know he's probably your guy too, and you see I'm streaming about the Bruins, please stop in. Even if it's just for a minute, say hi. I'm not like a guy who's gonna be like, oh, you gotta stay. If you can be here, you can be here, and I appreciate it. Intermission. So he took the intermission off, and he's gonna start his stream up after. Is that what's going on? Yeah, intermissions are hard to do these for, to be honest, because there's less to talk about. I've kind of gone away from talking about the game because if you've been here, you would have heard me complaining about it earlier. They've been trash, man. It's one of those nights where it's like when you go into work and you really just don't want to be there. That's what it seemed like for the Bruins most of the night. So I kind of got all of my complaining out of it. Like, if you guys saw the Mike Matheson goal, it was bad. He skated right by Donato. Donato put a weak poke check in. He got to the top of the circle, shot it, hits off Halog's blocker, and just goes down and in. About Bruins, I see you guys aren't spelling a whole lot right. He is still going. It's in the second intermission, lol. So he's still alive right now, yet he's rated. That's so nice of him, actually. I appreciate that majorly. That's so nice of him, actually. Most people, when they do a raid, it's when their stream ends. That's very nice of him, actually. I respect that so much, and I'm grateful that he would do that. That means he really supports what I'm doing. Full disclosure, can't stand Marchand, but Pastrnak is fantastic. I got my Marchand jersey right here, actually. I want the Pastrnak Winter Classic jersey for Christmas. I think I'm gonna buy it after Christmas, probably. I'm gonna treat myself. Because that's a must-have. I don't blame him for talking trash about the Bruins. I mean, if you're Toronto, he should talk trash about the Bruins. We're terrible tonight, and they're gaining more ground on us. We're stuck in the first wild card forever. Oh, you didn't know about Hot Take Hockey, Cal? Then again, he isn't like a huge channel. He's got a decent following. He's got 2,000 subs, which is way more than me. But yeah, I guess I shouldn't be surprised you don't know him. But you should know him now. He's pretty solid. I won't lie. He's a Leafs fan too, so you might like him, Cal. He isn't just a Leafs guy though. I need to stress that because I saw his video first time as a Leafs fan. It really stuck with me that he was a Leafs fan. Understand, he was really in the moment the first video I saw him. Really good pass by Keith Yandel there. Rips the shot from the point. Florida's on a power play here, so that might get worse. Might just get worse. Is Halak still going to win the Vezina? No. No, he's not. There was a moment there where I was thinking maybe, just maybe, Halak can keep the starting job and be consistent. Then he had like one bad start, and Bruce Cassidy pulled it out from under him. He was not giving him another chance. Trying to understand, go with the hot hand. You gotta do what you gotta do. Guy's a bum. I missed a lot of those comments up there. William, back to your can't stand Marshawn thing. A lot of people can't stand Marshawn. That's not just you. That is a lot of people. He bothers me sometimes too. He just goes over the edge. Like for instance, when the 10-minute misconduct he got for mocking the referees and faking the dive. Like that pissed me off because we lost that game 1-0 on a Roman Yossi goal in the first period, and he really just didn't need to do that. And when you lose Marshawn for 10 minutes. And we're going to 5-on-3 here, so this is getting worse, guys. This is getting worse, actually. But when you lose a guy like Marshawn for 10 minutes in a game like that, it can really change momentum and it can really slow down your offense when you lose a guy. And that, at the end of the day, Marshawn not being on the ice for 10 minutes, he could get a goal in those 10 minutes. He did it 2 games after that, or a game after that. He got another one for putting up the white flag in the penalty box, which is harsh to give him the 10 minutes misconduct for that. But at the same time, like, you just should know that, like, the refs are looking to pick on you. It's just, you know, Marshawn's a frustrating guy. Hey, Joey, how's it going, man? Because it's not going well for the Bruins, Joey. I'd like to point that out right now. It's not going good at all for the Bruins. And 5-on-3 for the Panthers right now. They're looking to make misery more so. Got to do some schoolwork on the side here. We'll keep the stream open. I appreciate that, Cal. I'm watching Mr. Petrie. Oh, you're watching with Mr. Petrie. Tell Mr. Petrie Pat says hi. Wait, you're watching me with Mr. Petrie, or you're watching the game with Mr. Petrie? Because it's very interesting if you're showing Mr. Petrie my stream. Once Backus scores a natty hattie, I'll return right before he bags his 4th. Damn, Cal. You got to start. Oh, there's a lot of fan accounts online on Twitter, and there's a lot of, like, Prime Jeremy Lowe's on, and they're random. You need to start the Prime David Backus account on Twitter, like tomorrow or tonight. And I know you're not a Bruins fan, but you should pose as one. I'll follow you. I'll favorite and retweet your David Backus tweets, and you can gain probably a decent Bruins fan following, and then you can pull a real big, like, I don't know, like, I don't know the word I'm thinking of, but then you can just come out as a Leafs fan and really just bother everyone that you have a David Backus account. At Connors Go, what's your chat roulette? I'm trying to watch. Who scored for Florida? Who didn't score for Florida? No, I'm just kidding. Mike Hoffman has 2, and Mike Matheson has 1, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head, to be honest. Let me look at the box score. Mike Matheson's goal was crap, Angie. I'll tell you that much. Trash attempt at defending by Ryan Donato. And then he just blows by everyone else, stops at the dot, like the face-off circle dot, and just puts it on Halak. Hits off his blocker and just goes in the net. And it was sad. It's really sad. Oh, Jonathan Huberdeau, who shot it low on... someone's injured. It's Bukestad. But, he just shot it low. Huberdeau shot it low on Halak, and Halak didn't control the rebound, went behind him and went in. It was pretty trash goaltending. Halak hasn't had a good night. Both those goals he should have saved. I'll be the not Danny Heatley for the Bruins. Connor Clifton jumps into Bukestad. That's not good. He turns his back. He definitely leaves the ice to hit him. That might not be good for Clifton. We might see Zaboral real soon. Or the Sean Avery of YouTube. Angie, no problem. I'm trying to think of the other goals off the top of my head. Mike Hoffman's goals are the only ones I don't remember, but I don't think they were anything special, to be honest. I'm just blanking on them. I'm sorry about that. By the way, if you're watching here and you're not subscribed already, think about giving it a click the subscribe button. I appreciate the support if you do. I make review videos of the Bruins games, kind of like Steve Dangle, if you know who he is, because some of you hot take hockey people who are here, because I see some of you are left over. I do make review videos for them. They're I mean, they get less views than this, but I make them. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. They're all about the Bruins, though, so if you're not interested, I completely understand. Stars of David would beat the Bruins right now. I mean, 8-1. That's all I gotta say to that. 8-1. I kind of want this game to just end, though, because give this legend a sub. Well, I mean, I got 6 out of Hot Take Hockey coming in here and doing the raid, so that's big. That's big. I really appreciate that too, because that was during his stream. He sent people over to help grow my channel, and that's full in respect. Not 0-8 though. It really isn't. That one tie in our club soccer game really went a long way. It really did. And the power play is finally over Florida. There's a cross-checking penalty on Florida, so the Bruins have a chance here. Who is he gone? Oh, great. It's another one on the Bruins. That's fantastic. Fantastic, boys. Let's not get some confidence here. Let's just get another goal scored on us real quick. That should be great. Just great. Carlo goes to the box for the cross check. Should be fun. See you later, alligator. I'll talk to you later, Brandon. Flames going. Game is 9-6. You're kidding me. I need to look at that. How is that game 9-6? Haven't the Flames been in a few weird scoring games this year so far? I could have sworn. Let me see. Flames 9. The Flames have 9 goals. That's ridiculous. Who? I need to look. No, I need to go to stats. I'm not reading that whole thing. Oh, the most points is 4. Train station. Atkinson got a hattie. Okay. So I'm on the Flames right now. Only 2 4-point games. Goudreau and Monahan both have 2 and 2. BC player. Johnny Goudreau played at Boston College. Atkinson has a hat trick, nothing else. A lot of 2 assist games on the Blue Jackets. 3 to be specific. That's a decent amount. But Borowski has 8 goals against on 26 shots, so that's terrible. They pulled him, and Korpisalo has 1 goal on 2 shots, so that's always nice to see. What else is there? Oh, yeah, that Leafs Buffalo game is very good, actually. 2-2 right now, so Buffalo has tied up. The Eichel Tower scored, so that's a BU player scoring there. Big on the college hockey, guys, if you're new here. So, yeah. Big game going on between then, and a weird game going on in Calgary. Or that might be in Columbus. I didn't check where it was. So, what would I say about this game so far? We got about less than 10 minutes left in this game. Probably closer to 5. Lack of offense. Absolute abysmal goaltending tonight. See you, Jeff. And you also got, I mean, defense hasn't been terrible, but they just haven't been good either. I can't say they're terrible. I can't say they're good, though, either. We're on the penalty kill still for another minute 40. So what's your worry level about the Bruins right now? If you're in the chat or you're watching the video, number like 1 through 10. What's your worry level? 10 being you need to blow the team up, rebuild. 1 being we're going to the cup anyway. What would you say? What would you say in the chat? Corrali on the penalty kill. 1 minute left. I really wish I had a more exciting game for you guys to come into, the people who came over from Hot Take. But this is just a really depressing game to watch. It really makes me wonder what Bruins management is thinking. I'd say a 5. Yeah, I'd say that's about where I am too, Train. That's what I'd say. I'm worried, but I know they're capable. The thing. And another goal. Is that a hat trick? Oh, no, it's Dadonov, not Hoffman. So this is just getting worse. He got it in the slot and just roofed it. And Dadonov scores. Daddy scores a goal. 0. We were doing so good at not being scored on for the whole, Period. Yep. They really are. This is the worst game I've seen them play in a while. This is one of their worst games this year. Barkov from behind the net lays off a silky smooth backhander to the slot, and yeah. Message retracted, message retracted. I can only imagine what you said. Yeah, I just want to see us, like, ruin Luongo's shutout. You know what, actually, maybe I want us to be shut out. Maybe I just want to fight or something. Say what I want, but those Oil Kings teddy bear jerseys are terrible. They are the worst thing ever put on ice. And I've seen the Ottawa Senators play in their bad years. I've looked up highlights of the Sharks expansion. The Oil Kings jerseys are the worst ones ever put on ice. They're the worst thing ever to be on ice. It's really bad. The Bruins tonight look really bad, though. The Bruins look really bad. I guess they're not that bad, but man, I can't wait to yell in the review tomorrow. That should be fun. It's gonna be relieving to yell about it. Because right now I don't want to like overreact because this has just been a depressing beatdown. But yeah, this is not a fun time. So let's see. With this win, whoa, that's a mistake. With this loss, we're now 3 points ahead of Montreal, and if Buffalo and Toronto both get a point, that means we're 6 points minimum behind both of them. We're 5 behind Buffalo right now. This really isn't a good thing. It really is not a good thing. Because we're really going to be putting in no man's land. I don't think Montreal is playing tonight, though. Oh, no, they're up 5-1, so Montreal is going to come... they're going to be 1 point behind us. Are the Rangers or Carolina playing tonight? No, they're not. Okay. So right now, let me just do a little math in my head. We are 3 points clear of the wild card spot with 2 games on the Rangers. So we have 2 less games playing 3 more points than the Rangers, who are currently the first team out. And we're 5 points beyond Buffalo. And we might go more than that down to them tonight. It's really not good. This reminds me of Game 1. Game 1 was more shocking because it happened early. This was a gradual beatdown, I guess you could say. And all the fans left early. Oh wait, they were never there in Florida. Oh my god. All 40 people get to see this beatdown. Yeah, the Calgary games are ridiculous. Honestly. Are they just announcing the 5th goal now? That's weird. That's weird. Time to bring the GOAT Tom Brady. Yeah, I mean, Tom Brady would play better than some of the Bruins players tonight. Montreal up 5-1 on the Sens. That's not impressive. I could score 5 goals on the Sens. Not really, but yeah. This is kind of... You know what, Joseph? You're kind of right about this being like Game 1. Because there's just nothing good about it. Honestly, goaltending's bad, defense is bad, discipline's bad, offense is obsolete, not even there. You're not kidding. It's bad. Why would you leave early to beat the traffic when you can just not go to the game at all? Panthers fans have galaxy brains. You're not kidding, man. How can you beat traffic? Obviously, you just never leave your house. Oh my. This is just terrible. 5-0 Florida. 4:41 left in the third. No hope. Nothing good to say. I guess at least it's not 6. Luongo's holding the shutout. He's doing a good job in net facing all 4 good opportunities to face. This game review isn't gonna be great. It's good. I mean, it's gonna be good to watch if you're not a Bruins fan. This is a depressing stream. So like Hot Take Hockey's rig couldn't have come at like a worse low point. You got me not interested in the game and all that because the Bruins are just trash, man. But I think the review is gonna be more upbeat than this stream. I'll tell you that much. It's gonna be more upset, like anger, rage, than I think depressed. Because I kind of want to yell about it a little. Not specifically just them, but not at the players, but management, man. They let this happen. They put the team that is really young up front, and then they're wondering why they can't score when they get an injury to their offense. It's like it's just insane. Like you think the Florida Panthers fans have galaxy brains for not showing up. Bruce Cassidy has galaxy brain by not addressing his depth ever. Rick Nash, that'll be good. Let's give them like a first, Ryan Spooner and Ryan Lindgren. That's definitely worth 20 games of Rick Nash, who was injured for the second half of last year. Detroit's beating Tampa 5-3. There's something good coming tonight. I guess the fact that one of Buffalo or Toronto losing is good for us. But, yeah, shout out to all of Panthers fans. I meant for you to do. Oh, it's going to be relieving. It's going to be therapy, Joseph. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be therapy talking about this game. It's going to be good to get it out, and then I can look forward to Tampa Bay. If the Bruins play like this against Tampa Bay, you're looking at an 8-0 game. You're looking at an 8-0 game if the Bruins play like this against Tampa Bay. Because they're our daddy. Kind of like how Pastrnak's the Leafs daddies. Tampa Bay is our daddy. It's bad. We don't play good against Tampa. I mean, we won game 1. We blew them out, but I mean, in last year's playoffs. But then those 4 straight games, just didn't look good. Nothing was going our way. That was bad. I always think of Butch Cassidy in the Sundance game whenever I hear Butch Cassidy's name. I get the reference, but I don't think I've seen the movie that reference is from, to be honest. It's just rough. At least you guys still got a positive record. There's something to be happy about. Overall in the season, with how we played with the injuries, great. Offensively, though, even like getting a McAvoy back to lead the rush. Because he commands the puck when he's on the ice. But he was out of it. You could tell when he was playing those last few games he wasn't completely right. And then it's released he has a concussion. You're wondering, was he playing with the concussion? Really wondering. .242 left until I'm put out of my misery. They intertwine in my head. I don't blame you. Like, for a while, I couldn't pronounce Anders Bjork right. I pronounced it Bjork. Because I went to see the games live. Like, I saw him play for Notre Dame when he came to Boston. Because for some reason, Notre Dame was in Hockey East, even though they're in Indiana. And I had to come up with his name on the fly because he was very good and I wanted to pronounce it. And I knew he was a Bruins prospect. I didn't have an announcer saying Bjork. So I had to go Bjork. And then that stuck, and I sounded like an idiot on the reviews for a while. One guy said he didn't want to watch my videos because of it, and I was like, okay. That's all I could really say. I was like, okay. I was like, dude, it's just ingrained in my head. Sorry. Offer something to improve that. Dude, Joseph, they need to. I was talking about that earlier. They need to improve their offense. Bring back Lucic. Cal, stop. That's not a joke. That's terrifying. You think Backus' contract is bad? We can have the $6 million players on the 4th line. We have Krejci, Center, Lucic, and Backus. Have the that line would cost more than the Bergeron, Marchand, and Pastrnak line if you put Lucic, Backus, and Krejci together. That line would literally cost more, and I'd throw myself out a window. I'd be like Joseph with a cliff. It would be bad. Be very bad. Bring in like a Charlie Coyle. Charlie Coyle wouldn't be a bad addition. Not sure how much of a natural scorer he is, but he'd be at improvement. Time to bring back the 2011 Stanley Cup roster. Every single one of them. Where's Michael Ryder? Where's Mark Recchi? Craig Campbell, are you around? Paye? Wait, was Paye on that? It was Paye, Thornton, and Campbell in the 4th, right? I'm not... Wow, I'm blanking on that. But, yeah. Nathan Horton will suddenly not have concussions. Lucic and Krejci will play together. Sagan will magically come back. Seidenberg will come back. Johnny Boychuk will leave the Islanders for greener pastures. Peverly, yup, you're right. You're right. Michael Ryder, yeah, I'm trying to think. Boychuk, Andrew Ferentz. Tim Thomas will come out of the woods. He'll appear and he'll start playing for the Bruins again. I'm wearing a Tim Thomas jersey right now, actually. So you guys can see the 30. Dude, there was something going around saying, like, maybe Tim Thomas's number should be retired. What were people smoking, man? It should definitely not. And I'm someone wearing a Tim Thomas jersey, man. I got this thing for 35 bucks off eBay. Man's jersey should not be retired. I don't know what people are thinking. Absolutely not, in my opinion. Yeah. So we got 125 until I'm put out of my misery. Shot on the point. It's in front. Looks like Luongo's got it. Minute 18 until I'm put out of my misery. When's the next expected stream? Thursday we play Tampa. Talk to me. Thursday against Tampa. I'm going to be in here, and if we play like this, Joseph, this laptop, the one you can see right here, I got it at the beginning of the school semester. It's going to be out that window, Joseph. I'm going to have to turn the laptop and throw it out if we play like this against Tampa. It's unacceptable to get crapped on and then get crapped on again. You crap on us once, shame on you. Crap on us twice, shame on us. That's all I can say. I know it's a weird thing to say, but this is a crap game. This isn't as bad as Washington, but it's probably second. It's probably the second worst game I've seen this year. I'll get a cliff ready for you. Jumping, man. I'm jumping. All 20 fans in Florida are going berserk. You know the music is loud where you can like hear it word for word because there's no crowd noise. It's just deflecting off the empty seats. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Like that's what they're playing right now. And you're in Florida, so you better be careful because someone might take off all their clothes. It's Florida. And it's not a nice part of Florida. This is like, actually, it's a little outside of Miami. I don't think it's that nice, though. Bergeron and Char are the only players on the Bruins right now who deserve their numbers retired. No one else is even close. I say Bergeron and Char deserve their numbers retired. I'm going to be honest, no, I don't think Donato should be in the NHL. But I think because of the Bruins' injuries and their lack of willingness to adapt their scoring issues, he should be because we don't have scorers. I think that stick just flew into the stands. Do you live every Bruins game? I do every week game. I can't talk. I'm sorry, Angie. I do every weekday game. So if they play on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it's borderline if I'm going to do it. Because I'm around during the weeknights. I'm not always around during the weekends. So like sometimes I'll DVR the games and watch them. So I won't be doing a live stream. If I watch them live though. Plus on the weekends sometimes I watch with my dad. And my dad doesn't want to be on the stream, so I'll watch them by myself and stream on weekdays, whereas the weekends I'd watch with my dad. And the Bruins officially lose 5-0. I'm put out of my misery. The game's over. And hopefully we can just put this one behind us, because this was rough. Pat, you know I'm right. Wait, did you say something? But Pat, it's Tampa. They're really good. Imagine if the Browns had to go against the Patriots. It'd be like this. The Browns beat the Patriots one year. Don't forget that. Yeah, Angie, if you're a Bruins fan and you like streams of hockey, this is a pretty good place. Usually there's like small audiences, so I respond to basically everyone. And I know a decent amount about these people. Like Cal in here, I know he goes to college in Montreal. He's a big Toronto FC fan. He went to the Toronto FC game against Montreal in the playoffs. Leg 2, right? It was leg 2. I I know he's in school in Montreal, but he's from the Toronto area. I know a decent amount. Jeff is from Ontario. I don't really know much else about Jeff, to be honest, though. I'm a Bruins fan that grew up in the Toronto area. Oh, really? Yeah, train station. Fun fact, over half of my audience is from Toronto. I mean, not from Toronto. From Canada, actually. Over half. Over half of my viewing time is from Canada. And I'm from Massachusetts, so that's kind of wild to me to think that I'm more watching a different country than the country where my team plays. That's kind of wild. Then again, there are a lot of Bruins fans worldwide. I'm a Bruins fan that grew, best sporting event of my life. Dude, you told me about it. I need to watch it. I'm sorry. I've been busy, man. I had a paper due this morning that I had to do last night, which is why I didn't get to do the video that Angie, I also make reviews of every game, too. So, like, if you check my channel out, you're going to see I look like a Steve Dangle ripoff, straight up. Like, that's what I look like. I'm very much not Steve Dangle, though. Not in that I'm bad at it. Just I'm not as, like, energetic, like, hyper, like, reactive type of guy. I'm very much like, this is what happened. There might be some energy there, I'm not going to lie, but it's not like Steve Dangle. It's not like I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to be serious, but I can be funny if like I feel like it, or if it just comes naturally. But that's just what I do. I have fun talking about the Bruins. It's all Bruins. When the playoffs come, I might do streams. I might not. I did last year. I did streams for non-Bruins games in the playoffs, but that was just because of playoffs. Regular season, you probably won't find me doing streams if it's not the Bruins. But to be honest, guys, there's not really much else to say tonight except for we got absolutely stomped. We got absolutely murdered by the Florida Panthers. Not a good team. You can see right there. They're 8th. I'm looking at it on the scoreboard. 8th in the Atlantic Division. And, yeah, we got absolutely stomped. Angie, do you like the Patriots, Red Sox, and or Celtics? Angie, if you look right here, this is my main man, Tom Brady. You know, I got the little figurine. I don't even know what you call this thing. But, you know, he sits on my nightstand. Revolution. I know you didn't say that team, but, I'm a soccer fan. I won't lie. I'm a soccer fan. I got, one second, Angie. I got something you might find interesting. Because I'm assuming you're a Patriots fan, too. And, this is actually my ticket from the game I went to on Sunday when we played the Vikings. So I'm very much a fan of the Patriots. You can see that Stephon Gilmore, Patriots-Vikings, Section 140. I'm a big-time sports fan. I am from Massachusetts. I cheer for all the teams. If you look at my videos like from a week or two ago, you can see I have the Red Sox pennant out there. Do you follow rugby at all? No, but my cousin played for Providence College rugby team. So, I mean, no, I don't follow rugby. Couldn't tell you anything. I've seen it on TV, on NBC Sports, randomly here and there. Don't follow it at all, so I couldn't tell you anything about that. That was fun. Bring them back. What is that referring to? I was reborn halfway through the game. I need to look into it. So, Angie, if you like a real Boston sports fan talking about the Bruins, I don't cover any other team from Boston on my channel. I've thought about it, but I haven't. But I could. Oh, yeah, Revolution 2. Big. I'm a season ticket holder of the Revolution, Angie. Go to most of their games. I enjoy them. They're pretty depressing this year, to be honest, though. Let me see. Do you play any hockey? I play every Wednesday night. So tomorrow night I play in a league, and it's just a bunch of... I'm very young for that league. It's mostly a men's league, and they're guys in their 30s and 40s, and I'm 20 years old, so I'm very young, but it's just, you know, it's fun to do. It's a lot of fun to play hockey, too. I mean, Link. You said Link. I was for the best sporting event in my... I mean, Link. What do you mean Link? You have a message in like a minute, Cal. What do you mean, Link? Very confused here. Very confused. Yeah, I'm ending the stream in a minute, guys, but if you got any last minute questions or anything, if you're here and you liked, thank you. If you're here and you haven't subscribed, think about it. If you don't want to, I understand, but it would really support my channel, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, I wouldn't say comment because, you know, this isn't really a comment type of video. This is more of a put a message in the chat because the Bruins, got absolutely smacked tonight. It wasn't fun to watch. It wasn't fun. It was very unenjoyable. It was the second worst game of the season besides the first game against the Capitals. It was really bad. It was really bad. There's been not too many nights like this where I've just been overall depressed. Buffalo's beating the Leafs right now, really. Wow, what is Buffalo? Do you want to be a tracer? I'm already a tracer. What is a tracer? What is this lingo I don't understand? Wow, 3-2 with 6:03, so they might actually win that game. Detroit's beating Tampa, but they're only up by 1, so I don't like the odds of that lasting. Let me look at the Bruins' upcoming schedule, because I know they play Tampa, and then I know they play Toronto. So yeah, Tampa's Thursday, Toronto's Saturday. So here's what I'm gonna say: if you're in here and you're like watch all my streams and all that, Friday night I will stream the game versus Tampa. Saturday night, I'm not sure yet. You'll get better confirmation on Thursday if I will be streaming that game. If I'm not though, I wouldn't shock me if Hot Take Hockey, the guy who rated my stream, is streaming for that game because it's Bruins Leafs, and I know he's a big Leafs guy, and he'll probably want to stream that game. I want to stream it too, but last Saturday I was in writing an essay, so I streamed. Saturday before that, I'm pretty sure I wasn't streaming. I haven't streamed too much this year. Pat, you gotta tap into the hockey meme culture. Cal, you follow me on Twitter. I follow you on Twitter. That means you can DM me all the hockey memes you want, Cal. You can DM me a ton of hockey memes. I've yet to receive one. So you're keeping me out of the loop, my friend. Get me in the loop, Cal. Get me in. What do you mean I'm out of it? You get me in it. Put me in it. Put me in the loop of the hockey meme culture. I need to go to the Boston site because I need to look at the schedule beyond Saturday. Because I can tell you for a fact, Saturday is most certainly not a definite stream. Sunday at 5 p.m. If that interferes with the Patriots game, you're going to have an iffy stream then. Arizona, Tuesday you'll get. Friday versus Pittsburgh, wow, they play a lot of weekend games. Yeah, I'm going to have to pick up a few of these. Like Sunday, 5 p.m. Ottawa. I think I'll do that one. Saturday versus the Leafs, though. That one's iffy, though, because I've turned down plans too many Saturdays in a row. To the point, if I get plans on Saturday, I can't guarantee it. I got to live a little outside of staying in my room covering the Bruins, guys. I understand that, like, hockey is life, but there's a lot more to it. Trust me on this. That's what I'm saying. Do you have an Instagram? Train Station. My Instagram is PatSil98. So PATSIL98. You can follow me on there. I'll probably follow you back if you didn't. Can I DM you memes of hockey? Isel, do you want my Twitter? I can. You should do a drunk stream that get views. I mean, I definitely could. But I'm not 21, so that'd be illegal. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure that would be smart of me to stream while drunk before I'm 21. So, April playoffs. Talk to me then. I turn 21 in April. Maybe I'll do one. I'll do a 21st birthday stream. Yeah, no, probably going out for my 21st birthday. I'll do my second day of being 21. I'll do a stream and I'll just draft reaction stream. I mean, the Bruins never pick high, but I mean, I guess I could. I do watch a lot of college, so I could give you guys some insight on players you might not know at that time. Issel, do you want my stream from your phone? Yeah, this is Pat R, the Bruins fan. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Definitely not doing that. What day's birthday? My birthday's April 24th. So it's a few weeks after the regular season ends. It's usually like the ending of the first round. I'd say like late mid first round is when my birthday is. I just follow it, and I'm such in an area surrounded by college hockey teams. That's the thing. That's the thing. So that definitely has to do with just being in such a big hockey area. So I'm gonna drop my Twitter handle down below. That way you can know what that is in case you want to follow my friend. One sec. I have two Twitters. I have one for myself where I have like people I know in real life from like high school and all that. And then I have this one, which you can obviously tell is a Bruins fan account by the handle. That's mine. You see, I got the 63, 88, and 37 for you know why. You know why. Anyone in the stream, feel free to follow that. I'll probably follow you back if I can identify you. Like if your name on here is Train Station, for example, and then I see Derek Smith has followed you, I might be a little hesitant because Train Station and Derek Smith don't exactly add up. Don't exactly. Followed you on Instagram. I don't check Instagram too often, but I'll check it now just for you, bud. Draft reaction. Drunk stream in Canada. I could cross the border just to stream. Definitely. I'll send hockey memes. Hey, I appreciate that. Let's see. Crisper. BCSS Crisper. I'm assuming that's you. You have one post from October 9th. So I'm going to give you a follow. I'm assuming that's you, Crisper. I'll follow you back too. Fan meetup? I mean, maybe one day. Not anytime soon, though. Not anytime soon. I could definitely come to Montreal and do that. Jeff King. Jeff, I thought you already followed me. Oh, you got a Led Zeppelin picture. That's pretty cool. Oh, no, it just says Led Zeppelin on your background. Looks like a boardroom. Follow. Wow, I know who Jeff King is now. That's insane. I see him on here. He must have been lurking, did he? Oh, no, he commented a minute ago. My bad. My Instagram. Hit me up. Drunk stream Montreal. That's me. Hit me up at Pat's House Saturday. Yep, come in. Come one, come all. Okay, guys. I'm going to end the stream here. Finally gonna end it. I'm in the music biz. Dude, let me turn this. I actually, might not believe this, but I'm actually knocking crap over to show you this, but I got a Led Zeppelin poster above my nightstand, actually. Celebration Day. I'm a pretty decent Led Zeppelin fan, I'd say, so very much a fan of that. I kept that over here. That just looks good with that light, too, so yeah, Led Zeppelin is awesome. Classic rock, it's hard to beat. Yeah. Really, really big Zeppelin fan. But I do have to go. I have school tomorrow. I got some stuff I need to do before I go to bed. So I'm going to talk to you later. Yeah, I knew you were cool too, Jeff. Something about you, man. You radiated coolness. You're so chill in the chat too. So I really appreciate you, Jeff. I really do. And the fact that you're a Zeppelin fan as well makes it even sweeter, to be honest. Alright. Thank you guys for watching the stream. I do have to go, sadly. But the next stream will be Thursday for the game against the Lightning. Hopefully you guys show up to that. If you can't, I understand. But be here if you can. As for that, I'll see you guys next time. Really appreciate it. See you guys. And now it's gonna be the awkward part of me shutting down the stream because I do the outro before I actually get up here to stop the stream. And goodbye.